Hello.
You boogie.
How's everybody doing? How you doing? You
Sweepy.
sleepy?
Sweepy sweepy. It's raining here, and I have a fun little notification going off back
Oh.
and forth where it goes, "Be careful, it's raining." Ah, the rain's gonna stop soon. It's raining! And it just goes back and forth. And it's just right on my screen, and it pops up every time it changes its mind every few minutes.
Oh wow.
It do be raining.
It's rain and rain.
It's wet. Hallelujah.
It's really wet. That's a
Amen.
bet.
But yeah, it'd be rainy.
Ooh, woo, what a wonderful day to just rest and lay about. Be lazy.
Damn, wish that were me. That wouldn't be me today.
Oh, I'm so excited for Haru's route.
I know. My voice is still kind of fucky wucky, as you can tell, but I'm just gonna utilize that into the pissed off monotone that is our beloved Ice Queen.
Yeah, I like that.
Hell yeah, baby. It's been way too long. I've been wanting to play this every week, and then I'm too sick, and then I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, last week when we went to go do it, and it's like, oh shit, I'm coughing.
I've been dreaming about Fujiwara Bittersweet.
It's so bittersweet, isn't
Oh my god, I know.
it?
I dreamed that I went on YouTube and I saw that some big name streamer also played Fujiwara Bittersweet,
No.
but I went to watch the video and it was just our video and they had just blatantly uploaded us playing Fujiwara Bittersweet
Oh my
and I was
god.
like, what the fuck?
Somebody stealing my videos and uploading as their own.
I was like, that's me. Why am I on this channel? I want to play Fujiwara Bittersweet. But it was also content that we hadn't even made yet. So they'd like then I had like a whole identity crisis and I was like, are we even real? Are we making this? Did somebody else make this? I think I saw a glimpse into another timeline where we were able to play.
We are the official Fujiwara Bittersweet channel.
Coming to you live. We are not the official Fujiwara Bittersweet channel. I think we should clarify we are not.
No.
Oh my god. We get somebody up here. You said you were the official channel, and I no,
It's like, no, 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 we're not. We're not.
that's not me.
We're the
Just big fans.
official playthrough.
Big fans.
Just big fans,
The,
that's all.
this is the official star sign channel.
Where we actually talk about constellations.
Shit like that.
Oh, should
Plot
we?
twist: Haru's really into astrology.
Oh, hell yeah. No, she already said she wasn't.
Nah,
Should we
let's
get
go,
started?
baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we gotta back it up some.
Bag it up.
This one.
Bag it up. Bag it up. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh,
Let's
okay.
see. We did
We're
cute
on bracelet of
headphones.
turquoise
Oh,
pearls.
ooh. Growing seed. That's the achievement.
Whoa. Do we get an achievement for every time we
Yeah,
pick one?
yeah.
What?
I didn't want
Makes
to
the
go
achievement
and get
hunter
all
and me
the.
happy.
Yeah, I didn't want to get all the achievements at once. It's like, yeah, it'll help find out where we are.
I love that.
We were all supposed to get an achievement for doing a friend route, but I guess we hadn't reached one yet.
We haven't done any friend routes.
Yeah, it's all been
We
love
only
routes.
love. We only
We
love.
only
No
love here.
friends.
No friends, only love.
Only sweet endings.
Let's see. A bracelet of turquoise pearls. Sounds interesting. I'll pick that.
Okay then, pure and quiet, your crush is a bit of a skeptic, with some deep-rooted insecurities. They need your love, and although they seem confident, they're constantly questioning themselves. Sounds cute!
Ah, now I kind of want this to be accurate. Yo!
Who knows? Maybe. Don't be ridiculous. Yeah, Miss Killjoy, I'm curious about your own result, though. Well, I'm not. Now can we finish eating? The bell will ring soon.
Yeah, we changed the we changed the topic and laugh at Minami's jokes. Suzuki continues to eat and read her book in silence. I look at her, lost in my thoughts.
Oh shit.
There are two people who are difficult to approach in our class, but for different reasons. Yuta, who's nice but overly polite, and her, who people call Ice Queen because she's built up a wall against other people. Weirdly enough, she doesn't really seem to dislike Ichigo's company, who's her exact opposite. Maybe because that dork is the only one who isn't affected by her icy glare and aloofness. She soon notices my gaze and stares back at me with the cautious look on her face.
Oh. Yes?
Caught by surprise, I stammer my answer and almost choke on a grain of rice.
Me when a girl looks at me too.
I feel that.
I've
So,
been here.
it's
A
like,
singular grain of rice made you choke. I've been there. When a girl looks at you,
I'm sorry, I don't have a good gag reflex.
Jesus Christ.
That grain of rice could kill me.
You need to see a doctor.
Sorry, I was wondering what kind of book you're reading.
Hard porn.
Which isn't exactly the case, but I need a reasonable enough excuse for my weird staring.
Something about plants.
Oh, plants.
Yes, plants. You seem happy about it.
Well, my mother just opened up a flower shop not too far from school. It was an abandoned shop, and she reopened it when we moved here.
Don't tell me. Is it the LaBelle Rose shop?
Yeah, that's it.
Great.
I noticed a touch of sarcasm in her voice.
I don't give a shit.
What is it?
Nothing.
Okay. We finished our meal a few minutes later, and Minami goes back to her own classroom before the bell rings.
Again?
Math. The math teacher enters the room with his usual smile and greets us. He's rather young and seems a bit reserved. I heard he was a teacher assistant here before officially working at the school. But for some reason, it looks like Suzuki isn't really fond of him. She doesn't really like anybody besides Ichigo anyway, though. After class.
Boring as always, but you know what?
What?
I noticed something interesting. I was about to fall asleep when I caught the teacher looking at Hachan with a burning passion.
What?
With passion? I highly doubt it. Well, yeah, maybe not with a passion, but he was definitely looking at you several times. This is sus. Do you have some connection to him? Wait, you aren't denying it?
Ichigo and I look at each other intrigued.
Oh, do I smell a secret here? Maybe a forbidden romance between a teacher and his student?
Ichigo.
I have something to do today, bye. Wait! Leave me alone.
Oh my god. Ichigo immediately steps back and I jump in surprise too. She's never shouted at anyone before. She glares at us for a moment as if to make sure that we had understood we're not allowed to follow her, then leaves the room. Wow. She's really angry this time.
Yeah,
You should apologize to her.
yeah.
Oh. The next day, we didn't really have the occasion to talk to her until the end of school. Or rather, she avoided us, and Ichigo didn't really make an effort to approach her either. Tuna, what's up?
Tuna, tuna, tuna.
Worried that they might not be able to speak to each other again, I urge Ichigo to take the initiative before Suzuki leaves. Quick! I take her by the hand and pull her towards the corridor. Suzuki! Wait, aren't you going home with Ichigo today?
No, fuck off. I don't want to hear any more words coming out of her big mouth for today.
And off she goes, with irritated footsteps. Ichigo looks at me with a disappointed face.
See?
I'll try to talk to her, okay?
Okay. Thanks.
I say goodbye to her and rush through the school trying to catch up to Suzuki. After crossing the gate, I catch Suzuki entering the park in front of our school. She sits on a bench after walking down the path for a bit and starts drinking some water. I try to get closer discreetly, but she notices me and sighs.
Want? Is your hobby to follow people without their consent?
Suzuki?
Haru is fine.
Haru, are you still angry?
Can't you tell that I'm not in the mood to talk?
You're never in the mood to talk.
Did you say something?
No,
Are you done?
I don't know. We look at each other in awkward silence, then I decide to sit down next to her. I was certain that she would shoo me away or scoot to the far end of the bench, but she simply sips some more of the contents of her bottle before starting to read a romance novel.
It's vinegar, pussy.
Pussy vinegar.
Jesus Christ.
That's how you ruin something in 3 seconds.
Oh man, that was skillful.
Oh, you like this kind of stuff?
I thought I said I wasn't in the mood to talk.
Sorry. I gaze at her, not knowing what to do.
If you have something to say, then say it.
But I thought... Oh well. Not knowing what to do to ease the tension, I stand up and start walking away. I'm going home. See you later. She doesn't even react to my words. Seems like she's too engrossed in her book to pay me any mind.
When you get that good smut. Oh, baby.
My mood drops after this interaction. In the end, it didn't help. I couldn't even talk to her. I sigh and chew on my food without any enthusiasm. Dad looks at me with a concerned face. Is something wrong? You don't like the food today? I smile, try to reassure him about his cooking skills. Oh, no, don't worry. It's delicious as always, Dad. But you've been sighing a lot since you came home.
Sweetie, what's wrong?
Nothing too serious. I had these school friends who kinda had a fight, and they're still upset with each other. It worries me a bit. Well, maybe they just need to cool down for a few days. Don't worry too much about it, okay? Yeah. What about your day? I had fun teasing my favorite cousin all day today. Poor him. That might be seen as harassment, you know. Nah, it's okay. I don't mean any harm. I should go see my brother someday. Being a house husband is more tiring than I thought, but I also have more time for myself.
Him.
Discord did not pick you up.
Ooh. Yeah, you should visit him.
Hey,
Hi,
Cassie.
Lucassi. Oh, and by the way, remember a few days ago when I put up an ad searching for some part-timers to help me with the shop? Some of them showed up, but they immediately ran away for some reason. But a pretty girl came today and said that she'd be willing to work starting tomorrow. She seemed a bit tense, so I made some jokes to ease the atmosphere, but she glared at me and said, "Ma'am, with all due respect, I'm here to work, not to play." I like her. Finally, a serious kid.
Sounds like something Haru might say. Thinking about her makes me sigh again. I quietly finish eating. As I'm about to bring the plates to the kitchen, Takun suddenly starts pulling me towards the house entrance. Hey! What are you doing? Hanging out with my little sis. Mom, Dad, we're going for a walk. See ya. Wait! Oh,
Yeah,
be careful! Realizing that Takun is probably worried about me, I smiled and put on my shoes, then followed him outside. We're doing good. We're finally playing Haru's route.
woot woot.
We wander around and talk about anything and everything. And then, bam! He scored the goal at the last second. It was awesome. Yeah, sounds cool. I know, right? It was a miracle. We were so happy. Good for you. What about you? What happened? Why are you so upset? Like I said, it's nothing serious. Just a small issue with my classmates. Nothing you should worry about. If you say so. If you ever need help, your big bro will lend you an ear. Yup, thanks. Everyone in my family are wacky airheads, but we're always here for each other when needed. I'm glad to have them. Tycoon pats my head as we cross by the arcade. Want to go inside? Yes, sure. Okay, let me just call Mom and tell her we're here. He dials the number and I look around when something catches my attention. I squint, then recognize Haru and our math teacher.
Oh, Lord.
Wait, the math teacher? What are they doing here at this hour? They're a few meters away from me and I can't hear what they're saying, but they both seem upset about something. The man suddenly grabs her wrists, but she immediately brushes him off before storming away, leaving him there alone.
Oh,
What
God.
exactly is going on? Hello, Aya. Let's go? Yeah, sorry, I was spacing out. Let's go. The next day.
Talk to me today either.
Yeah,
You're less talkative than usual. Did something happen?
um, I'm hesitant to tell Ichigo what I saw yesterday, but I consider her a friend and feel a bit guilty not telling her. Plus, I don't know what I should do with this newfound piece of information. Okay, Ichigo,
Yes.
I'm about to tell you something important. So please, please, don't do anything rash after hearing it.
Seems serious. Okay, I promise.
Good. I take a deep breath, then talk. Yesterday, after dinner, I took a stroll with my brother, and we ended up going to the arcade. And I saw Haru and our math teacher together. I tell her exactly just what I saw. Ichigo gasps in surprise.
Shoot, I was right?
I admit that it's a bit sus, but we don't have any proof. I take a look at the teacher who's staring at Haru while she's closing her bag. All the other students have already left, and Haru is about to do the same when our math teacher suddenly calls out to her. Haru, wait! Huh?
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, you should do that
Yeah.
one.
Haru, wait! Ichigo and I look at each other and pretend to exit the room. Haru? Teachers aren't normally close enough with students to call them by their first name. Something's off. I glance at Ichigo, who hands me a book while whispering.
If we're going to eavesdrop, we should at least cover our faces in case they suddenly exit the room. I'm pretty sure Haru would curse us for the rest of our lives if she notices us.
Yeah, but covering our faces with books isn't really discreet either.
Better than nothing.
Well,
What do you want? I already told you not to talk to me at school.
I stopped talking after hearing Haru speak to him in an aspirated voice. Aspirated Did I say that right?
Exasperated.
Exasperated. Thank you. Haru, please, listen to me. I know I'm not the best, but...
Yeah, not the best indeed. You're a creep. Stalking your students, acting like you're so nice just to have sex with them, and now you're so persistent with me. It's gross.
Well, putting it like that is a bit...
It's the truth. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have something better to do than waste my time with some perverted teacher.
She leaves the room without noticing us. Hey, the books work. The teacher leaves soon after her, heading in the opposite direction.
What was that? Did you hear the same thing as me?
Yeah, I think. We look at each other in confusion for a second before Ichigo's face turns serious. I never thought she could look this concerned, but it's only reasonable given the circumstance.
The situation is rather clear to me, and it's not good. We need to speak to an adult about this.
Wait, maybe we're misunderstanding something. We should wait.
We should wait? This is serious.
It's kind of funny to hear you say that when you're so not serious most of the time.
Yeah, but
Ichigo, I know you're worried about her, and I am too. I'm aware that situation is a bit concerning, but I really think we should ask Haru directly to see what she has to say. We need her side of the story.
she'll never talk to us. She doesn't even seem to consider us, her friend.
I know. We both sigh at the same time.
A week.
What?
If we can't get anything out of her and we have no new information within a week, we'll talk to an adult.
Fine. That seems reasonable, honestly.
Yeah? Anyway, I'm going to the arcade. Want to tag along?
Sorry, not today. I promised my mother I'd help her at her shop. We have a new employee, and she wants me to show her the ropes while she's busy with the customers.
Fun.
Yep, you too. We split after saying goodbye, and I head to Mom's shop. Hello, Mom, I'm here. I look around, and I see her with the customer. She notices me and motions for me to wait. After a few minutes, the customer thanks her and steps out.
Oh, why? But there were a lot of people today. I haven't had time to properly talk to the part-timer since she came. Sweetie, please do me a favor and go take care of her.
She quickly glances at the door where two other people are waiting.
I'm going back to work. She's waiting in the back room.
Okay. I enter the room worrying about how I'm going to go about this. I'm a bit anxious since I don't really know how to make a good first impression. I should introduce myself first. Good day, my name is... Haru, how... I remember our conversation about my mom's shop and made the connection. Oh, so it was you.
Your brain worked faster than I thought. I'm impressed.
She said that in a monotonous voice. She's clearly not in a good mood. Well, it's understandable given what happened earlier. I need to find a good time to ask her about that.
So...
Yeah. What should I do first again? Mom sent me a text during lunchtime about what I should do. I have to ask her about why she wants to work here, if she already has some knowledge about plants, her availability to fit her into a schedule, and finally to show her around. So, why do you want to work here?
personal reasons. Also, I like plants.
Oh, so you already know things about caring for plants?
Yes. And why are you acting so nervous when I'm the one being interviewed?
I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Just a little nervous. Anyway, which days are you available? Which days are you able to work?
Every day after school, but I would like to have my weekends free if possible.
Sure, Mom is rather flexible in schedules, so there's no problem at all.
Good.
Yeah.
That's all.
No, I have to show you around too. We stand up and I lead her to the main room. The shop isn't that big, but it gained popularity faster than we thought. I also help my mom from time to time when there's too much work. Now that you're here too, her job will certainly be easier. Here's the cash register. I don't think you'll need to handle it. As part-timer, you'll mostly be in charge of welcoming customers and helping them if needed, and tending the plants. There's also a pamphlet which tells you how to take care of them, though you don't need it, obviously.
Bitch knows
Sometimes,
what she doing.
sometimes you'll also be in charge of closing shop, and you'll be paid at the end of each week. I think that's all. Do you have any questions?
Not for now. I'll see to the details with the boss.
Okay. I accompany her to the back of the room again. You can change in the back room if you need to, and the toilets are over there. If I remember well, you're starting soon, right? Don't hesitate to call me if there's anything you need to know.
Alright, I'll remember that. Thank you for today.
She seems more relaxed than earlier. Maybe it's a good time to ask her about the incident with the math teacher.
Ooh.
Oh, this is okay.
I don't know how this is gonna go.
Me personally, I would not bring it up because, like, if she just started feeling relaxed, I think maybe plants make her feel more at ease.
I would probably wait too, personally, but I don't know. This is rough.
This is a rough one. Damn.
Save that
Oh,
shit.
yeah. I gotta remember. I had to remember how to save. Alright. Oh, nope. Return. Alright. Yeah, that's
Yep.
it. That was the
Nailed it.
one. Haru? I stare at her, wondering if I really should ask her anything.
Yes.
Are you okay?
Yes. Like I said, I like plants and my work doesn't seem that hard. It should be okay.
No, I mean, I gulp trying to find the right words to say. It's probably not smart to just ask her directly about her and the teacher right now. There's still another pressing issue at hand. I'm worried about you and Ichigo. I feel like you two will never make up, and it kind of makes me sad. Haru takes a step towards me. Is she going to scold me? But instead, she simply stands in front of me, a composed expression on her face.
Really bothering you that much?
I'm a bit surprised, but I try my best to not let it show. Well, yeah. She inches closer and squints at me as if she's trying to look into my very soul. I dart my eyes to the side. Having her stare at me makes me feel kind of embarrassed for some reason. Did she just snort? I look at her again, startled by this little noise, and see a slight smile on her face. Aww.
You're not the best at maintaining eye contact, huh?
Yeah, unless I'm in a fight or something.
Like with Miura.
Ugh, maybe. She steps back.
In any case, thank you for today. And don't worry, I plan to make up with Ichigo anyway.
Really? That's great.
Yes, I admit it was a bit childish of me to react like that.
She opens and closes her mouth like she wants to add something else, but changes her mind and turns around to walk away.
See you later.
I think she was about to tell us
Tell us what?
about the teacher.
Maybe.
Yeah, see you. The next day, lunchtime.
What's in your lunchbox today?
Oh, hello, Haru. Nothing special. Rice and some veggies.
You're back!
Discord didn't pick you up.
You're back!
There you go. Ichigo jumps on Haru, trying to hug her.
No hugs for you. But those aren't the words I'm waiting for. Sorry about earlier. Right. I'm sorry too. I thought you would never talk to me again. I actually would have if I didn't know that you meant no harm. Try to be more tactful starting today. Next time you're too persistent, I don't know if I'll be able to forgive you since I've already warned you. Yes, ma'am.
Welcome back.
Yes, yes. Can I feed you? No.
Glad to see things are still the same.
But seriously, Ichigo, you need to know when to stop.
Yeah, it's kind of okay with us, but it might cause you problems with other people.
Try. Good. Also, maybe I owe you an explanation after all. It's okay. If you don't want to talk, don't force yourself. Don't say that or I might change my mind. Oh, please do go on! First, I do share something with that man. Make those faces at me. This isn't what you're thinking. Long story short, he's my mother's boyfriend, but I don't approve of their relationship. What? So he's your father? Fuck you. He's not. He's not, unless I decide to accept him into our lives, something that would never happen.
So that's why you don't like him.
Correct. This man was a young teacher assistant here during my mother's first year of high school.
Oh my god.
And he fell in love with her during that time.
Ichigo and I look at each other, remembering what Haru had this argument with him about having sex with this student.
Does that mean he's your actual father? I saw your mother the other day, and she seems rather young. I just told you he's not. She is young, yes. She gave birth to me at 17, but I believe my father was someone else.
Seems like her family is more complicated than most. I'm surprised that Ichigo isn't bombarding her with questions, though. Even if it's obvious she's trying her best not to. Haru notices it too and teases her about it.
I don't know if I should be more impressed by the fact you're actually making an effort not to ask anything else, or by the weird face you're making right now. It's so hard to resist, but I can do it! I'm not asking anything, and I won't! Great. By the way, are you two free this upcoming holiday?
I am.
Me too, why? You're not the best with studying, especially you, Ichigo. And I have good grades, so I thought I'd be reasonable and help you with your homework.
That's presumptuous. Ichigo's face is going to implode.
Go off, bitch. Do it for me. It's annoying listening to your whining every time you don't understand the lessons, which is all the time. Aw, you know you could have just invited us directly instead of beating around the bush like that. I'm not inviting you. I'm doing my good deed for the year. For the whole year? Yes. So, your answer? Yes, I'm available!
Me too.
Alright, I'll set a time and date. I'll let you both know later.
And she invited us to her house.
Hell yeah, baby.
Look at that, we're not even great friends yet and we're already getting dates. Today's the day we're going over to Haru's house. I feel a bit anxious, but being there in her room. I don't know if I would be able to handle it if I were only Haru and me. If it was only Haru and me. I know it's kind of weird to say this, but I'm so glad Ichigo's here too. She got a gamer chair!
Gamer girl, go off. Does she got the cat ear headphones?
I don't see it. I look around. Her room is rather simple. There is nothing simple. Shut up. I don't know why, but I was expecting something more princess-like. Gamer detective. But on the contrary, it looks fairly normal with some plants here and there, and the focal point is her desk. A
You got the
gaming chair.
RGBs.
A gaming chair, a massive computer tower, a geeky mouse, a keyboard, and 3 monitors.
Beep boop beep.
No, it's not. Who needs 3? We do. She's a
She's a
VTuber.
VTuber. Oh my god.
VTuber detected. I look at her feeling puzzled.
What? I bet she's amazed by your desk. If not, well, I am. And look at that. You have the latest furniture from this brand. It's so expensive.
I clap my hands together. Oh, is this a part of the personal reasons you mentioned when you applied to work at my mom's shop?
Yes, I need to pay back my mother for that. Wait, what? Aya's mom's shop? A job? Did I miss something?
Oh, right, you don't know. She applied for a part-time job at my mom's flower shop earlier.
Oh, but you said you joined the anime club with me. I need the money. Yeah.
Don't we all?
There is no successful manga in this timeline. But what are you doing with 3 screens? For my projects.
Uh-huh. Projects. Projects?
My hobby is programming small games and software.
That's right. She's a little programmer. Yeah.
Sweet girl. I find it more convenient to have different screens for different tasks. But programming games? I thought your hobby was reading books.
And growing plants.
As you can see, I also have a lot of books and some plants.
Wow, you're amazing.
Not really. Anyway, don't you remember why you're here in the first place?
Uh-huh, study. Now, let's talk about...
Yeah, work!
Let's start. We begin our homework session and work for a bit when Ichigo suddenly sighs and slumps over the table.
I can't. Seriously, we only started 20 minutes ago, jeez. But my brain consumes a lot of energy. I need something sweet and fresh to continue.
Is that your way of saying you want some juice?
Indeed. Okay. But after that, you have to work seriously.
We stand up and walk towards the kitchen when the front door opens. The math teacher and a woman walks in, laughing with each other about something. The woman wears heavy makeup and has some pretty gaudy clothes on. The teacher's smile fades when he sees us. Oh, hello, Haru. And hello to you too as well. He seems a bit embarrassed.
You even remember our names?
Yeah, he doesn't remember our names. He's like, those other 2 kids in our class. He seems a bit embarrassed. Maybe because it's an unusual situation to have his students in his girlfriend's house. Ichigo and I slightly bow, not knowing where to look, while Haru is completely ignoring him.
Oh, Frank. Mom, I told you not to go out dressed like that. Hell yes!
Yo, wait, hold on. Was it H? For hide. Wow!
Bad bitch alert!
Wee woo, wee woo!
Oh, big mommy detected. Fuck, yeah. Aw, but it's so comfortable.
She's lying. Corsets are not comfortable. I don't know.
Technically,
maybe.
that's not a corset.
You're right. I was just saying it.
I highly doubt it. And think about how men would look at you. Oh, but it's okay with me. But it's okay if he's with me, right?
Haru looks at him with disdain and waves her hand like she's shooing away a bug.
Whatever. Aya, Ichigo, let's go to the kitchen.
We follow her in silence, then Ichigo lets out a chuckle.
Is something funny? I just thought You were like the kind of arrogant character who's always surrounded with admirers, like in those shoujo manga. Sorry?
Oh, you're right. Haru opens the fridge while ignoring our laughter, then the teacher enters the room. Hey, Haru. That's good you're here. I really wanted to talk to you.
Gosh, you're still here. I thought I was clear enough last time when I said I didn't want to see your face around here again. Haru, for once, just listen to what he has to say.
Oh, snap. I hope this isn't going to end up as a fight. Haru turns sharply to look at her mother. She doesn't look impressed.
And you. Is it some fetish of yours to go out with your ex-teacher? As long as I'm alive, I will not accept this relationship. Yeah? Who are you anyway? My mom? Sometimes I wonder, what's with that childish answer? Aren't you supposed to be the adult here? I am an adult, and that's precisely why I have the right to do what I want with my life without your approval. Calling yourself an adult when you're only doing things you think are fun, what kind of adult are you?
If I can just.
They both look at him. Shut up, Frank!
It's official. His name is Frank.
I don't know. I've just come up with the name Frank, and
It's
that's what's sticking.
doesn't look very
Shut your
comfy,
mouth.
but damn.
Yeah. Shut your mouth, you useless man. I didn't ask for your opinion.
Haru barely has time to react when her mother reaches
Oh,
out her hand to slap her.
do not talk to your father in that tone. Seriously? Alright, make your own dinner tonight. Fine, I don't need your help anyway.
They both leave the kitchen for their rooms and simultaneously slam their doors. Wow, I really feel like we shouldn't have witnessed that. I feel a bit uncomfortable right now. I look at Ichigo, who seems to share the same sentiment. Who shares the same sentiment. Sorry about what just happened. Can you please go see Haru? I'll hand her mom. I'm assuming you said it.
Yeah,
You had such a high pitched voice.
I could go higher, you know this.
I know you can.
Return of the Sayori.
We go back to Haru's room. She's doing her homework as if nothing happened. We both sit down next to her without a word. Haru speaks up for a moment later.
Sorry about what happened earlier. I didn't know he would be here.
Do we ask? Oh, shit, hold on.
It seems like she doesn't like being asked things, and she'll tell us when she's ready.
No, that's a good point. Maybe we shouldn't ask anything. Nope.
Nope!
Load.
You can just hit back.
I know I can. Ask if she's okay. There we go.
Yeah.
Are you alright? Sorry that we're here at a bad time.
No, I should be the one apologizing. Again, it was childish of me to react like that even though there are guests around. I just can't approve of their relationship due to reasons. But I really should get a better hold of myself. I should keep my cool at all times.
She bites her lower lip, obviously holding back her emotions.
Hey, Haru, you're getting a little bit too relatable for me right now. I'm getting a big vibe that I get. It's a little bit too same. Me, every character. That's a little too relatable. You look like you have some trauma. I'm relating to that.
It's like
Every character with any trauma.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, I feel that. I got a lot of trauma to unpack, you guys. But my therapist just wants to flirt with me.
I was gonna say, do we need to do a therapy stream all
Therapy
of a sudden?
stream. No,
Hey.
I absolutely am not going to do a therapy stream. Hey, what's up? I got trauma. It's your favorite trauma tuber. We're gonna unpack my life.
When they said unpacking, we're talking about emotions.
Emotional damage. I would put that as a soundboard and everybody could like click it like every time I say every sentence. They're like, oh my god.
If you want to talk about...
It's okay. I can handle this situation by myself.
Okay, if you say so, we'll leave it at that. For now. But yeah, right now, I really shouldn't be too persistent or things might turn sour between us again. Haru relaxes her face for a bit at my words and looks at me.
Anyway, sorry again about that. And thank you.
I genuinely gulp in surprise. Sorry, what?
Don't play dumb. You heard what I said.
Well, no, in fact, I'm not sure I'm clearly understood what you said. That was so unexpected.
I'm not repeating myself. By the way, Ichigo, what are you doing?
Trying to change the topic, I see. But it's true that Ichigo has been unusually quiet for a time now. I turn in her direction. She's focused on the shelf that's filled with video games.
Collection!
All I hear is collection.
God damn it. I love video games, after all. It's not that surprising to have lots of them. That's cool. They don't all come from the same genre. Puzzle games, platformers, a lot of RPGs. Do you like RPGs the most? Do you like Ark? Yes, kind of.
We have Arc. Just like suddenly just input. It's like, I have Arc.
You seem to really like RPGs. I love Ark.
I would never have imagined that you're a programmer and gamer.
I'm sure most people at school would never imagine. It's my personal interests. I don't see the point of talking about this with strangers. Yes. Anyway, I want to try this one. Have you forgotten the point of you being here? Oh, don't worry, I haven't forgotten. I want to play a bit before going back to studying. Come back here and focus on your first task.
Ichigo ignores her scolding. She takes the game from the shelf and turns on the console. Wow, that's kind of...
I want to play your video games.
Video
games on your phone?
Video games.
I want to be a gamer. Let me sit in your gamer chair, Haru.
Like, oh,
wow,
yeah.
You got the RGB keyboard. That's nifty.
My ass feels like it's on a cloud.
I'm like falling into like a northern Midwestern accent for Ichigo.
I noticed.
Wow.
Wow. She isn't going to listen to you.
True. Well, I guess I could make an exception this time, as an apology for earlier.
We started the game and completely forgot about why we were there to begin with, until we had to go back home.
I love dinosaurs.
We started playing Ark at 12 o'clock in the morning. After class.
Guys, see you later.
Ichigo stands up right after the ring of the bell and dashes outside the classroom.
Naruto running.
Whoa, she's faster than usual. What's going on?
I heard that her club has an important meeting today. I guess she can't wait for it.
I see. Are you going to your part-time job today?
Yes. Why?
Can I go too?
It's more your shop than mine. Do as you will.
She says that in a disinterest voice. I feel like she's opened up a bit more to us these days. I really want to become her friend, but I don't know how yet. Bitch, we want more than friends. She still really seems distant. I can't tell what she's thinking. What?
Besties.
Yeah, we want to be more than besties.
Bosom buddies.
Yeah, we want to be bosom buddies. That's the best kind of buddy. Kind of like another person in this class.
And they were roommates. Oh my god.
Oh my
roommates.
god. I turn my head to Icky's empty seat and can't help but chuckle a little. Yeah, They're kind of the same somehow.
Hello? I don't have all day. Hurry up or I'm leaving with you here.
Yes, sorry. I hurry. I follow her and try to make small talk in vain until we reach the shop.
Well, oh! Yeah, it's you and Suzuki. Can I call you Haru? Sure.
You can't say no, you know. Especially if it's my mom. Wow, wow.
Ooh. No, it's okay. I can tolerate it. I'm glad you're here. I was afraid you might have ran away because of Aya.
Why because of me? Should I remind you that you're the one scaring away people who try to apply? I'm not homie has redeemed called homie cute for 1 minute.
Homie
Is so
super
cute.
He comes in the stream and he wants to be called cute because he's a cute little bottom. And we all know that he's a good boy. We love homie.
We love homie.
Homie, a little baby boy. Yeah, little
The
pig
baby
man.
boy.
Little baby boy, pig man.
Ben Bear Pig.
I need the cuddles, damn it.
Aww. Does homie
I
want to
wanna
join us?
put him in my lap. I wanna put him in my lap. I wanna put him in my lap. Aw, they're so cute.
So cute.
Homie's the most precious baby boy in the whole world. I'm taking a shower and relaxing. Oh, that is relaxing. It sounds nice.
The question is it cold water or hot water?
Oh, I want to relax in some hot water.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like cold showers too, though.
I only like cold showers when I'm super hot. And it's like, oh yeah, bring in the cold.
A lot of the time, I'll like relax in cold water too. I'm weird.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. You're like, yeah, that's fucking weird. I'm like, oh. When I go to like a Jinjobang and they have like all the different pools, they're like set at different temperatures, and I love going into the freezing cold pool. They have like a freezing pool, and it feels so nice, and I just wade into it. I'm like, oh, that's cold.
Well,
It's
fine.
big.
I shower and bathe in warm water because
If
I like
homie
being a
showers
baked
in the
potato.
cold because he's a man, and you like showering in hot,
Is it because I'm
ergo,
a woman?
you're a woman.
I hear what
Someday you're gonna come out on stream and
I was
we're
gonna
all gonna
say-
be like, oh!
I hear what you're saying. I do. But the fact of the matter is I am not a woman, but in fact, a planetarian.
Oh my god. He a planet. We're all supporting you. I love how everybody is like aggressively supportive of it. Even though you're like, no, I'm just a man. To clarify, men can shower in whatever kind of water they like.
Yes, that is to clarify. It doesn't matter if you're man or woman. You can
can do
shower
whatever
however
you
you
want.
want. I don't give a fuck. I'm a planet.
By the same logic, I also like to shower in the cold, ergo I am a man. So
You be
there
a
are
man.
only two genders, hot shower and cold shower.
Oh, homie's listening to us in the shower. Oh.
Oh yeah. Lurking.
Hey, homie.
Oh my god. You're gonna drive him away?
You're right. I shouldn't. Let's see. All right, mom. Mom.
Ugh.
Oh.
Could you please give me my first task?
Yeah, you should change.
Ah, yes, over there.
Mom explains her job in more detail while I'm watering some plants. With a serious look on her face, she scribbles things down in her notebook and asks questions when she's not sure to clarify things and proceeds with her tasks. Our eyes meet, and she gives me a questioning look. I tear my gaze away from her, embarrassed. Sometimes she makes me so nervous it's crazy. My heart skips a beat. She puzzles me, but I really hope to be her friend one day. Now that we can spend more time together after school, it might not just be wishful thinking after all. But how? The only things we have in common are that we're friends with Ichigo and we're helping Mom with the shop. But how is that supposed to help me?
Do you need something from me?
Yes, your sweet love.
Then stop staring at me. It's annoying.
Okay. Yes, sorry, I stop, then shake my head. No, I think Haru is the kind of person who prefers an honest response. Good luck, me, and tell her what you have in mind. Actually, yes, I have something to ask. Please, be my friend.
What? Aren't we already friends?
It didn't come out exactly how I wanted it to. Yes, we are, but I don't know. You're still a little guarded, and in the end, I don't really know you. She squints her eyes in her usual annoyed way when something bothers her.
I need for you to know more about me.
Well, I guess so, yes. I can't force you to talk about yourself if you don't really want to. But at least you can count on me if you ever have any problems. She sighs again heavily, and I notice that her fist tightens on the watering can's handle. Did I say that
Candle.
right? The candle. The candle. Watering candle.
The hands candle.
She sighs heavily again, and I notice that her fist tightens on the watering can's handle.
I don't have any problems. Stop being so persistent. Bish.
Yes, alright. I'm not good enough for your... Oh, shit. No, you shouldn't say that.
Ooh.
Stop. Aya, what are you doing? Shut up. I'm being the voice of reason. I'm being the voice of reason here. Stop it.
I got a little attitude on her.
Yes, alright. I'm not good enough for your highness. I get it.
What?
Mom, I'm done with the flowers here. Do you need help with something else?
Yes, can you organize the seed bags in the back room?
Alright.
Did you just interrupt what I was going to say on purpose?
I turn away from her and go to the back room, sulking and not answering her.
Are you ignoring me?
The rest of our shift ended sometime later, with me still ignoring her. She didn't pay much attention to it, though, until it was time to go home.
Good work. Take care on your way home.
Truthfully, I'm not really upset anymore, but I kind of want to pretend to be a bit longer. Oh, is it Her Highness' voice that I hear? No, it must be my imagination. Bitch, shut up!
Are you still sulking?
I start walking and she follows me for a few meters.
Hello, I'm talking to you, you know.
Yes, I thought I was an annoying person. Why would you ever bother to wait for an answer from me?
Look, I'm sorry.
Your home isn't this way, right?
Okay, fine, whatever.
And she turns away without another word. I hate our character sometimes.
Aya!
Look, Mello said that we were gonna hate Haru, or hate the way Haru is done, but so far it's Aya.
Aya, you dingus. To be fair, she do be like this in the other routes.
Yes. Aya is always the problem. Oh my god, we are the problem.
Not always the problem.
I really hope I didn't widen the gap between us. But I heard that some people are more inclined to get closer to you if you actually try to push them away.
Reverse psychology.
Maybe Haru's like that. Anyway, I'm not stopping until she apologized. She was trying
She
to.
just did. She did just apologize to
She
you.
was trying. Oh my god. It's gonna be like, is there something wrong between you two?
Hey. Yeah, Aya?
Hmm.
Did you fight
Son
with
of a
Hot-chan or
bitch.
something? I thought we were done with ignoring each other.
We didn't quite fight. Anyway, I'm the only one ignoring her.
Yeah, I don't get it. And it's been several days now?
Oh my god. We are dumb.
I mean, it might be working.
Haru walks towards us, her lunchbox in hand. I turn toward Icky, who's eating alone, not too far from us.
He's like, what the
Oh
fuck?
my fucking god.
Ugh. Hmm.
Hey, Icky, want to eat with us?
What did you expect to happen? It's like, do not drag me into your female nonsense.
He's like, I know what you're doing. I hear you. I don't care.
My little sister's in a coma and my mom's dead. I don't have time for this bullshit.
Okay. Alright, I'm good. No. uh, Honestly, I feel a bit guilty ignoring Haru so blatantly, but she still hasn't apologized. She was. Oh my god.
I,
Lost in my thoughts, I don't hear Haru until she stands up and forcefully puts her hand on the desk.
enough already with this childish behavior.
You're the one to talk. You kind of did the same not too long ago.
That has nothing to do with the current situation. Don't try to avoid the question.
Hey, go fight somewhere other than literally under my nose.
It's
Right.
like, bro.
Sorry, Icky. I'll go eat somewhere else. I stand up once more and start walking towards the corridor. Why are we like this?
Seems like it's working.
I hear quick footsteps behind me.
Aya, I'm not done with you.
I slow my pace and she catches up to me in no time. I can't help but be surprised when she suddenly grabs my wrist hard and pins me. Oh. Oh! 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 Oh!
Hello?
Hello! Wait. We gotta keep our composure. Sorry, that was very unexpected.
I got chills.
And
My
they're
spine went
multiplying.
poo. Oh my god. Stop being so stubborn.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my god.
You're stubborn too.
Alright, you won. Yes, I'm stubborn. Yes, I'm behaving like a haughty queen. Yes, I do have problems. But you know what? You're most of those problems.
Oh my god. We're in her life.
Hell yeah.
What?
Don't deny it. You're a troublesome person.
I am. Spank me, please.
Oh yeah.
Well, yes, but.
Both you and Ichigo are super annoying. Two really annoying, sneaky brats that I can't help I can't bring myself to leave.
What? Say it again?
Yeah.
Oh,
You know what I do to brats.
she avoids my gaze and blushes a little. Yes, still grabbing my wrist and preventing me from moving. Ah!
Huh? Don't play dumb. You know perfectly well that I would feel lonely if one of us had to leave.
Oh my god, my heart fluttered a little. People hated this route? I'm loving it. Da 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 da.
I want to take you to McDonald's and you can order anything you want. You don't even have to order off the dollar menu or nothing.
Don't you got the $5 discount coming.
You can get a Big Mac. You can get a meal. You can get the super pack.
I
You
can
can
get
get the Happy Meal with the kids' toys. They don't know if I'm a girl or a boy, so they always give me 2 toys.
Let's just say I use one of them.
Whoa. So, I'm sorry. I know sometimes I act like a bitch, but
She hesitates, then mutters.
you know, I'll try to open up more to you. Because you're my friend.
Huh?
What?
You finally said it. And you're all shy and cute.
What nonsense are you talking about?
Meanwhile, students are passing us being like, what the fuck is going on?
They're all like, oh yeah, finally.
Like, I knew Haru was into that, but Aya, she's dumb as fuck.
She don't even know what's happening.
Oh, did you already say this?
What nonsense are you talking about?
I wasn't really mad. I just wanted I wanted you to say we're friends and to open up more. To be lovers.
And then she starts choking you. Sorry?
He's like, I'm sorry! Ah!
Just Simpson style strangle him.
Tongue halfway out.
I swear.
Oh!
Oh,
Oh, you can be my ice queen.
oh baby.
Wait, did I say that? Hold on. She stops in the middle of her sentence and suddenly buries her head in her hands, hiding her face from me. I can't help but grin, because I'm a sadistic motherfucker.
No, because she's a brat.
Yeah, she is.
She's a big old brat.
Are you embarrassed?
Yes.
Just wait until Daddy.
Oh, no.
I think she has a problem with calling Daddy. Hmm? Can you say it once more, a bit louder?
You're so annoying. Yes, I'm embarrassed. Happy?
Oh my god, are we going to tame her like we did Toshia?
Oh my god, I hope she tames us.
I'm good with either. Yes.
Love it.
She is now bright red and walking back to the classroom angrily. We're in the hallway with the boner.
Oh lord.
I wouldn't go near Ichigo in that state if I were you. You know she teased you about it for years and maybe even in the afterlife.
Right. Let's go to the rooftop after all.
What about your lunch?
I'll eat it during next break. I'm not that hungry anyway.
We sit on the roof for a few minutes later, and I start eating under Haru's silent gaze. Can we talk about something? It's a bit awkward being looked at like that while eating. Now you know how it feels when we stare at her while she's eating.
She's like, bitch, stop. Sure, but I'm not good at starting, so you go ahead.
Okay. I desperately try to find something interesting to say, but the only thing that comes to mind is the weather. We are dumb as fuck. The weather
How's the weather?
the weather is becoming warmer and warmer. Soon you won't have to wear your long sleeves under your uniform. Yeah.
I don't plan to drop the long sleeves, though.
What? Really?
Yes.
But why? It'll get even hotter, especially in the summer.
For reasons.
Oh, is her wrist bruised because of him?
I don't know. Well, it
Reasons?
doesn't seem like he hurts her.
Yeah, he's not completely abusive, I think. Mm. But
He
there.
doesn't seem like a bad guy, except for the fact that he fell in love with his student.
Okay, wait a minute. My. Here's the thing. She was angry about the whole student having sex with the teacher having sex with the student kind of thing. I'm wondering. Uh, she didn't know that he uh was dating her mother, and so maybe she did have a sexual relation with him, and then
Get
when she
that
found
vibe at
out,
all.
huh?
I don't get that vibe at all. She knew that they had fallen in love and dated.
But maybe that was after the fact.
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No. He fell in love with her like 17 years ago, 16 years ago, 15 years ago. I don't think he waited 15 years to rekindle his romance with her mom. It seems like they're a pretty solid and together couple that have been together a long time.
Hmm.
Considering the fact that she says, "This is your father."
She does say that.
I
I
feel like they've been together a while. I don't think they have a sexual relationship. If anything, I wouldn't be surprised if it's like self-harm scars.
You know what? That's more likely, I guess.
Yeah, that sounds more like what it is.
Reasons that you aren't going to tell me.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Are you going to sulk again?
Not really. I'm just a bit disappointed. You just told me you would open up to me.
I said I'd try, and it doesn't mean I'll tell you all the details of my life from birth to now, right away. Give me some time, okay?
She's already more friendly with us. Alright.
Don't make that face. You'll find out more about me eventually. I promise.
Hell yeah, let's go!
Big game remove,
Really?
loggers.
Do you ever feel like you're in a dating simulator?
Yes. And if you're that impatient, you can still try your luck with questions that are a bit less personal than why don't you like showing your body, for example. Oh. I, uh,
I,
I, uh,
Do I need...
say the line. Say the line.
Hold on, I'm gonna put something on screen.
Say the line.
I need to change this warning.
Say the line.
Hold on, hold on.
What are you doing? What are you doing? I thought you were gonna put on like a fucking rave or some shit. Oh my god.
Like the color of your underwear?
No. How in the world is that less personal? Why are you so fixated on my clothes?
We're not fixated on the fact that you're wearing them. We're fixated on the fact that you're wearing them.
You know what I'm saying.
I should really take it off. This is going on YouTube.
You can say fuck on YouTube.
Oh yeah, we haven't we? All right, putting this back up then.
It's
Oh
like, you
shit,
can say
hold on.
fuck, whatever.
I'm joking, obviously. So, something like your favorite animal that's printed on your underwear.
Oh my god. Yes, Basic questions like that are fine.
The animal or the underwear?
I will kill you. Had it not been for the laws of this land, I would have slaughtered you. And to answer you, I like rabbits.
Alright, so she's got rabbit printed underwear. Good to know.
I
Oh,
want to see her in a bunny costume.
I was so sure you were a cat person. Why do you like rabbits?
I like the sounds they make when they eat.
You know what? She's got a fair point. Rabbits are very cute when they eat. Alright, moving on. I thought you
Did
had
you
to...
hear me make the noises?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, like that. And you
Yes.
got half picked up by Discord.
Good.
That's not the kind of answer I was expecting. Why not? That's an answer.
Yeah.
It's not
it
weird.
weird?
Trust me, it is not weird. I wouldn't say weird, but it's a bit surprising. I don't think that's the common answer. I don't know. I think when animals make a high-pitched noise that sounds like, I don't know, like a harmonica.
I'm sorry. What? You think?
I was talking about like turtles.
What animal sounds like a harmonica? Have you ever heard a harmonica?
Have you heard of a turtle?
Yes.
I was gonna say trick question. Everyone's heard of a turtle.
A harmonica? You searched for that word. You were like, it sound like harmonicas.
No. All right, you know in the, like 1980s where they got the supercomputer that prints out, it goes ding, and that's what happened in my
Are
head.
you talking about a typewriter?
No, not a typewriter. Like in the 1980s, they're like, this supercomputer can think of anything in the world or answer any question, and it prints out this long strip of paper.
Rabbits sound like harmonicas.
No,
You'd be like, oh shit, this computer broken.
I was trying to think of a word, and the sound that my mind made is like ding, harmonica.
I don't know if you've ever seen a rabbit or heard a harmonica. Like, I'm not sure which one you haven't done. There's clearly a lack of experience on your part somewhere in this equation. What have you not done? Have you I'm baffled. I'm baffled that you were like, yeah, I think it's weird. You're like, Haru, you're not weird. I think that's a common answer. Like, everybody likes animals with, like, high-pitched harmonica sounds. What? I think animals that make harmonica sounds are really cute. Huh? What?
Harmonica wasn't the word I was looking for.
Which word were you looking for? Because I am stumped. I am stumped how you stumbled upon harmonica instead.
I don't know, okay? I don't know.
Were you gonna say saxophone? I love high-pitched animals that sound like saxophones.
Oh my god.
They sound like a synthesized keyboard. What? Oh, I love those little cute animals because they sound like a gong. What? They sound like a fucking timpani.
Oh, it hurts. Stop.
They sound like when it starts raining on the African savannah. What? They sound like wind chimes.
Okay, I get it.
sounds like when you have a bucket under a leaking roof and it drips into it.
Oh my god.
What word were you looking for?
I don't know,
What do rabbits sound like? I'm glad you put that fucking warning back on the screen.
okay?
Are you good? I fucking killed Taji. Oh my god.
Oh my god. I really need that aircon.
You need a sip of water, my good bitch.
Okay, hold on. Ah. Warning, dumb as fuck.
Dumb as fuck. Beans, what the fuck? Hydrate, redeem. You both need to hydrate.
Yeah,
Woo-woo.
we will hydrate. Oh my god. Whew. Alright. I'm moving on now. There.
I guess not. But the fact is that it's the truth. I kind of had a hard time when I was in my last year of elementary school, and it was really soothing to spend time with the rabbits when it was my turn for cleanup duty. Some people like hearing cats purring. For me, it's rabbits munching their carrots. I find it relaxing.
I see.
What about you?
Huh?
Don't you think it's a bit unfair if you're the only one asking questions? I don't know exactly know how friends are supposed to act with each other, besides being nice to each other. But I should at least try to know a bit more about you too, right?
I can't help but smile, thinking that she might actually genuinely want to know more about me. True. I don't have only one favorite animal, but if we're talking about pets, I like cats for their independence, dogs for their loyalty, and rabbits because they're cute and fluffy. And don't you think Yuta kind of looks like a rabbit?
Not really. Why do you say that?
I don't know. Of all the animals that come to mind, I think a rabbit shoots them well. Or a sheep.
Like the sheep. A sheep?
Yes, because he seems gentle and his curly hair looks fluffy. Do you think it's natural?
Honestly, I don't care. But I don't think it's natural. I did spot curling tongs in his bag.
What? Seriously? Do you think he's the type to go to the toilets during breaks to adjust his hair?
Maybe.
That's funny to imagine. Yeah, spreading rumors about people. That's funny. We
Love to do it.
We fall silent again after that, and I'm nervously swallow my food.
You seem tense.
Not really.
Careful with your food. And yes, you're definitely tense. Do I make you nervous?
Only when you pin us up against the wall.
I've never felt more calm in my life. Look, I know I might be intimidating, but I'll try to work on my attitude too, okay? But first of all, you should tell me why you think I'm scary.
Not really scary. It's just, well, like you said, you're intimidating. I know you're a really nice person, but sometimes you're really hard to approach or read. And I don't know. Maybe it's my fault too, because I'm dumb as fuck.
I'm stupid.
Because I'm not as carefree as Ichigo.
What does Ichigo have to do with it?
I'm jealous of the little squirt.
Squirt?
Don't you think you're more relaxed than her? It's a bit like you trust her more than me. I'm a bit ashamed to admit it, but I actually feel envious of your relationship with her. That kid. That Ryu wannabe.
Oh shit. I see. Actually, it might be due to the fact that I knew Ichigo from middle school.
What, really? So you already know each other. I see. But that's weird. She never mentioned that, and she kind of acted like she had never seen you before high school.
I mean, I was transferred to her school for my last year of middle school. Although we were classmates, she only talked to me occasionally. Not to mention that I didn't look the same and that I didn't really go to school either.
Warning, dumb as fuck. Were you what we call a shut-in?
I think you can say that. Yes, I only showed up for exams.
She snorts and smiles, half sarcastically, half proud of herself.
The teachers were pissed because I almost always had full marks, even if I'd never shown up to class.
That just means you already knew what they were teaching.
Yeah.
But wait, does that mean Ichigo actually doesn't know that you already know her?
Affirmative.
Don't you plan to tell her?
Not now.
You're a living mystery. So many secrets.
No, I can't deny it.
It's okay, because this one will be our little secret.
Ooh, you look happy about it.
Yep.
But don't tell it to Ichigo, though. If I have secrets to reveal, I want to be the one telling them.
Got it.
Thank you.
She looks over my shoulder and sighs.
Besides, let's go or some rather annoying fly will come and not let us eat in peace.
Huh? I look in the same direction as her to see the math teacher trying to sneak away, his phone in hand. Hello. Don't mind me. I'm just leaving. Oh my god. He focuses on his phone again, an apologetic look on his face. Yes, I'll talk to you later. See you. He hangs up and bows slightly to Haru. Sorry, see you in class.
Was it Mom?
Yes. Uh-oh. Are they going to argue again?
Anyway, let's go, Aya.
Huh? You aren't going to yell at...
What? Are you seriously asking for me to get angry at you now? Disgusting.
No.
Disgusting!
I was just surprised. Usually you... She cuts him off once again while walking past him.
Well, lucky you, I'm not in the mood to argue with you today.
Oh, okay.
Aya, come on.
Yeah. I follow her in the corridor with the collar on. I really feel like you're a personal maid when you're ordering me to follow you like that.
Sorry about that. I can't help but adopt this kind of attitude when I'm tense. Do you think I should try to fix that too?
No, keep it. Oh, it's so rare for you to ask for my opinion.
I can just stop and act cold again if you prefer.
No. Just pin me against the
No.
wall.
No.
I don't know. I think it depends if it's you who feels the need to fix that or not.
Then there's no need for now.
Good. I mean, alright.
I don't care.
We step back together in the classroom and Ichigo literally jumps on us.
Where did you disappear to? I was so worried that you'd fight and die and... As you can see, we're still alive and we made up. Really?
Made up and out.
How? When? Why? We made up. That's all. Oh, that's cool then. I'd be so sad if you were going to ignore each other again. I don't think it'll happen again anyway. Great. Oh, I know. Let's have a party somewhere after school to celebrate your reconciliation. Our friendship wasn't really broken, but okay. Go off.
Oh,
How about karaoke then?
sounds cool.
As long as I'm not forced to sing. But that's the point of going to karaoke, to sing. Jeez. Only one song then. Yes!
And I. Oh, the day
I will sing
passes and
one song and one song only.
she gets drunk off of juice.
Yes. I will sing Animals by the Bloodhound Gang. Or
The day
Mammals.
passes and class ends with Ichigo not being able to stay still until we finally enter the arcade center. Apparently, it also holds a karaoke within the building.
Sound got everything. Karaoke, yeah! But how much does it cost? What, you offer to go there without knowing how much we need? Oopsie.
See, that's the Ichigo we know and love. We look at the price board and realize with disappointment that we don't have enough money for all of us. What should we do then? Go to a cafe instead?
Teacher and your mom.
Discord had picked up.
Look over there. It's the math teacher and your mom.
We turn to the
Ichigo.
building's entrance to see two familiar faces.
Oh, hi. Seriously?
I swear it's pure coincidence. Please believe me.
Whatever. For once, you're here at a good time.
Huh?
You're going to pay for us all.
What? But
Shush. I need to talk to you anyway. You need to talk to him?
the math teacher shrugs and opens his eyes wide. Sounds serious. Is something wrong?
Hurry. I would like it to be done as soon as possible.
Haru, maybe we should.
I know that you're thinking that's probably not a good idea to get a teacher to buy us something, but this man is courting my mother, so I don't really care.
She turns to him again with a menacing glare.
And I insist I need to talk to you.
Alright. But do we have to be here too? If it's a private matter.
Yes. I want you and Ichigo to witness what will happen here. What? I don't want to witness a murder! I'm not going to kill anyone. Come on, hurry.
Ichigo and I are kind of forced into it, and we're now all gathered in a tiny room, not knowing what Haru wants to talk about.
She gets on the microphone and just starts cussing him out.
Oh, it's like Agretsu.
I'd love that.
I look at Ichigo, who is nervously hiding her face. What are you doing?
I told you I didn't want to witness a murder.
But you look so cute, like a tanuki.
Ooh, ooh. Anyway, you.
Yes?
Wait, Haru, whatever you're going to tell him, I'm not okay with it. I doubt it. Sorry? I doubt you'll not be okay with what I have to say, since I was actually going to give my blessing.
Huh?
What? What do you mean? Exactly what I said. For real? Yes.
She then turns once again to our teacher with a serious look.
I approve of your relationship for now. But make her cry or do anything fishy, and you'll be sure that I'll immediately kick your ass out of the house and forbid you from seeing her face again. Got it?
I won't. I promise I'll make her happy. I won't disappoint either of you. He bows down at Haru while talking in a teary voice. Thank you so much.
See, like, he's kind of a cutie, but, like, also, fuck.
Yeah.
Don't fall in love with your students, my dude. Why so silent? And here I thought you would be the loudest about it. I'm shocked. Is this real? Don't make me say it twice. Oh my god, Haru, you're the best mom, kid ever. I love you.
She jumps on Haru and squeezes her in her arms.
Yes, alright, and please don't crush my ribs.
Hug.
Not you. Big step bro energy.
Yes, right, sorry. But still, I'm so happy. Thank you again, Haru.
But don't expect me to call you Dad anytime soon.
Yes, of course. I'm already so glad you finally acknowledged me. I won't ask for more. I won't ask for more unless maybe your mother's hand.
What?
The man
Oh!
kneels in front of Haru's mom and starts to speak in a
Oh!
timid voice while pulling out a little box from his pocket. Do you remember that time when you were drunk and said that it would be fun to be proposed to in a karaoke parlor? Well, I remember that, and it was basically the reason for today's date. I'd prefer somewhere more romantic, but I thought you might be suspicious if I asked directly where your ideal place to be proposed to would be. So, I'm just a humble little math teacher for a small high school. But would you marry me?
My God, yes! Well, I guess I'll just let it slip this time. Instead of witnessing a murder, we just saw a proposal right before our eyes! So cool!
Yes! My eyes meet Haru's, and she tilts her head while faintly smiling at me. It's a gentle, almost sad smile, and right now, she does look like a mother who just handed over her dear daughter to the future husband. After that, we decided to actually let them have their moment together and went to Haru's house.
Man, I'm smiling. They were so happy and cute.
Yeah, that's good you let them be together, Haru.
I mean, I'm kind of tired of playing the evil stepmother. But that man will only have one chance. I meant it when I said I'll kick his ass if he tries anything silly.
Fishy.
Oh, fishy. I can't read.
It's okay. We're dumb as
I was like,
fuck.
silly. Fishy, silly. They
Same
both end with a
thing.
Y and have an I in it.
And with LL.
There's no L in fish.
Are you sure? Fishel?
Oh my god.
But why were you so opposed to it at first?
Well, my mother and I have rather bad experiences with men in general. You're aware that she had me rather young, right? In fact, she was a problematic child and ran away from here to the big city before finishing high school. She wanted her independence and to become an adult quickly. Can you guess what genius idea my idiotic mother had to achieve her goal? I don't know why. When I think adult related stuff, sex comes to mind first. You're pretty close. She became a hostess in one of the city's red light districts.
What? But don't you need to actually be an adult to do that?
Affirmative. But I don't know how. She successfully tricked the owner of the bar and even became his girlfriend.
Well, that's how, right there.
She got pregnant, and since the bar's tenant was nice to her, she thought it was true love and just blurted out the whole truth. The guy didn't care about her, and when he realized she was still a minor, he kicked her out with just enough money to come back here and to her parents, because he didn't want any problems with the police and his Yakuza clan head.
Wait, your father's a Yakuza?
Yeah, that was
Oh, no,
me,
that was
but
you.
that's okay.
Okay.
Your father was Yakuza? Supposedly, but he's a total stranger to me. For all I care, a bastard who cowardly didn't take responsibility. After that, she had multiple toxic relationships. Sometimes it was hell, and I had to suffer from that too as a child.
She tightens her fists.
Men aren't the worst.
Oh, so now we know what her trauma is.
She got a lot of trauma. But maybe I can trust this one useless teacher at least once.
Yeah, he doesn't seem like a bad guy, right?
You can't judge a book by its cover, but yes. At least this one seems decent compared to the others, I guess. And if he ever actually is the bad guy, we'll help you kick his ass, right, Aya?
Why are you asking me?
Because you're the one everyone is talking about after your fight with that Miura upperclassman. You have a reputation to uphold.
Jeez, I didn't ask for this reputation, I'll have you know.
I'm not doubting for a second that you would actually slap a teacher too, if he is going to do nasty things.
Not you, too. Seriously, I'm not that violent, right?
Homegirl, I feel like you've gotten in a fight every single route. Like,
Yeah.
that's what you do.
Haru snorts and cracks a smile.
Well, you can't really deny that you're more the type to act first, then think.
Ugh. But yes, you aren't totally wrong. I might try to come and rescue you and your mother if ever something wrong did happen. I'm just gonna say that.
Thank you.
We joke around a bit more, then finally part ways to go home. We're not gonna stay and play games. She's a
No
gamer.
gaming today.
I want a game. Finally, the bell rings. I stretched my back, thinking that this day was kind of more tiresome than the others. I finished tidying my desk when Yuta happily walks towards Ichigo. Ichigo, are you ready?
Yep. Can you hear me?
No.
God damn it.
I just had to assume by that point you said it.
Yeah.
He calls her by her name? That's new.
It's surprising, yes.
Do you think they're going out or something?
No. Ichigo would probably have bragged about it for a while now if that was the case. I assume it's just because they're part of the same club.
Oh, right. That giant upperclassman who pops in here sometimes to talk to Ichigo. What was his name again?
Hazuki?
Yeah, I recall him asking to drop the formalities, so I guess they are all calling each other by their first names. Yes, you're right. Whoa, jeez. Again, you startled me. Oh no, I'm sorry. That wasn't my intention. I just wanted to tell you both that we have an important meeting at the club with Ichigo today, and wanted to apologize. Haru squints her eyes.
What for?
Well, because of that, she won't be able to spend time with you after class, so...
Not your fault anyway, Yuta. No need to apologize on my behalf.
Alright. Well then, Ichigo, shall we go?
Hey!
And they leave after saying goodbye. I glance at Haru, who's still looking in Yuta's direction. Something the matter?
Not really.
You know, it's hard to imagine that the rumors about you are true when you look at them like that.
The silly gossip about me and that guy. I would be pretty disappointed if you told me that you actually believe in it.
Of course I know you're not interested in him. I'm joking.
But to be honest, he has piqued my interest.
What?
Not the way you think, though. It's just... I don't know. It's like something is off with him.
Oh, you mean you're still suspicious of him?
Kind of. To tell you the truth, I saw someone who looked like him at the arcade a few days ago. But his behavior and way of dressing was so different that it got me confused, and I wasn't sure what I saw anymore. It was me, Dio, in the boob shirt. Maybe I was wrong and mistook him for someone else.
Probably. I doubt he has a double life or anything like that. Yeah.
Nah. Right. But I'll stand my guard just in case.
Can't you just, I don't know, stop being suspicious of everyone? Well, I know it's hard due to your personal experience, but just relax a bit.
I'll try.
She looks a bit upset after I said that, and I suddenly feel guilty. It wasn't my place to say that to her. Sorry. Did I hurt you? It wasn't intentional.
No, it's okay. It's not your fault. By the way, I'm going to my part-time job today. Are you coming too?
Yeah, it's not like I have anything else to do anyway. I follow her to the shop and we start working. Something wrong, Mom?
I'm bored. There are no customers today.
Don't worry, wait just a bit more and you'll soon have a lot of people coming in here. June is popular for weddings after all.
Ugh, the wedding.
Oh, right. Your mom's wedding. Maybe we could buy her some flowers here. Or maybe we could buy her flowers here.
What? Your mom's getting married? I'll totally give her a special discount. I still can't imagine her in a wedding dress.
Will you cry?
No way.
Cry. I want to see you cry.
Oh my god, Jesus Christ. I bet you will. I Aunt Takashi cried for my own wedding. Oh.
Wait.
Yeah, we were there for her wedding.
Alright. Because we were like 5 years old and we thought you were kidnapping Dad and would lock him in the giant tower forever after the party.
I mean... Wait, I'm the villain here? Isn't it the other way around, the big bad man locking the princess away? Honestly, my husband is far from being the villain of the story. He's actually pretty much a damsel in distress himself.
So what you're saying is he's a bottom.
Yes. We knew.
Yeah, Dad wouldn't hurt a fly. He's like the bottom of kindness.
Is that even possible? I don't know any man fitting that description.
Just because you don't know any doesn't mean they don't exist.
Yeah, the entire world is big and nobody's the same. Nobody is the same.
Oh, I know. Flowers.
Flowers?
Can't you compare people to flowers? Like, there are a ton of different flowers, right? Aggressive flowers, gentle flowers, ugly fat bastards, beautiful fat bastards, smelly fat bastards, even tasty fat bastards.
Oh my god.
You love some, but you hate others. There are a lot of different flowers. Yeah, especially like people. I mean, exactly like people.
That's a good metaphor.
When your mom agrees with the fat bastard.
I love fat bastards. I mean flowers. Flowers, huh? Weirdly, said like that, I can somehow picture it more easily. So, yes, I guess you aren't wrong.
See?
But still, I don't know if I'll be able to completely change my opinion on men that quick just because you compared them to flowers.
What kind of flower am I?
A stinky one.
Yes, yes, of course.
You're invited, by the way.
Huh?
My mom's wedding. She invited you and Ichigo. I just completely forgot to tell you.
Really? So cool. It'll be my first time attending a wedding. No, it's not. You're 5 years old, apparently.
What about your own mom's wedding?
I mean, a proper wedding. Sorry.
Rude.
Haha. But I wonder if I have any clothes for the occasion.
I don't think so. You should probably buy something eventually.
Yeah. Oh, did she already set a date?
No, but I think she'll have it in the fall. Oh, fall can be really romantic too, with all the gorgeous flamboyant leaves.
I do like flamboyant leaves.
Yes.
Yeah. Now I'm looking forward to it.
I'm jealous.
I want to get married again, not to a power bottom.
Hell yeah.
Meaning, lucky I went to attend it too, right?
Well, she wouldn't mind inviting you and your whole family too, especially if you're actually going to give her a discount for the flowers. Deal! Alright, I'll ask her then.
Jeez, you two.
What? Everyone's a winner in this, so it's okay.
Yes, yes. Don't forget to tell Ichigo too, okay?
Yeah, even if, honestly, I actually wonder if she'll be able to behave herself at this kind of event.
Right. I bet she would totally activate her BL radar as soon as she steps into the reception.
I just hope she won't be too loud about it. Who's Ichigo again?
That is a mom thing to say.
Yeah, who this other girl?
The little one with glasses and looks like Ryu. She She looks like a tanuki, and she's dropped by here once or twice.
Oh, right. Yeah, it'll be so fun with that one around.
You know what? Now I'm getting anxious. Mom, you better not ruin this event.
Hey. It will be okay, right?
Haru asks with a stern gaze, and Mom gulps while avoiding her gaze.
Yeah, don't worry.
Mom?
I swear I'll be good. Great. Anyway, even if there are no customers today, we should still focus on our tasks until the shop closes. True.
And we get back to work after this little interlude until we finally go home 2 hours later. As I'm about to walk out the door, Mom suddenly pops out of the back room and calls to me while handing me a cute flower pot with a little sprout in it. What is it?
Hey, with Haru, can you stop by her home and offer that to her mother as an engagement gift?
Do you mean it is, or is this just a way to bribe her to be one of their wedding guests?
Hey, it's a real gift. Stop trying to always make me the bad guy.
Okay. Is it okay if I stop by your house, Haru?
I don't have any objection to it. Let's go.
I follow her all the way to her house in silence. I know Haru isn't the type to chit-chat, but then again, she seems kind of worried. You're frowning a lot.
Really? I didn't notice.
Is something the matter? Again?
Nothing serious. I'm just concerned about the wedding. About several things.
Ah. She opens her door and her mother pounces on her right after she takes a step inside.
Haru! I just found out that you were working a part-time job to pay me back for all the geeky stuff I bought you. You're such a sweet daughter. Who's your mother? She did a great job raising you properly.
Sometimes her mom reminds me too much of Ichigo with her behavior. Maybe it's because of that Haru is actually more comfortable with Ichigo than me.
Shoo. I'm tired today. I don't have time to play with you. Besides, I mostly raised myself alone. You don't deserve any praise on that matter. Hey!
Haru turns to the math teacher who's standing near his future wife.
And by found out, I assume it was this guy who told you about it?
Ha, sorry. Oh, hey, but Aya's with you. Hi. Oh.
Oh, hey, but Aya's with you. Hi. There you
Sorry,
go.
I got too excited being a math teacher. Hello, sorry for intruding.
Not at all. Not at all.
My mom heard about your wedding. Here's an engagement gift for you.
Oh, what a cute sprout. Thank you.
Actually, if she gifted you a sprout, it's because the flower will bloom around the time you hold the event. I believe Haru said you were planning to do it during the fall.
Yup.
Oh, I know this flower. It's literally impossible to not get it to bloom, even if you don't really take care of it. Once it does, it said that you'll be lucky in love for years.
Let's take care of it then. Just like that, we'll be happy ever after until we're a cute little old couple.
Aw, I love you.
I love you more.
I'm a math teacher. I can't go wrong when it's about counting how much I love you, and I'm positive that I'm the one loving more. Haru rolled her eyes, annoyed.
Is it that difficult to at least not flirt in the hallway right in front of a guest? Anyway, Aya, since you're here, stay a bit more. Do you want something to drink?
Yeah, if it's okay with you. I'll just have a glass of water.
Alright.
Your parents, your mom and the math teacher are really lovey-dovey. That's kind of cute.
Cute? Are you stupid?
Warning, we're dumb as fuck. She bites her lips and frowns.
Sorry. I just find it kind of corny and gross. I didn't want to say you're stupid.
Don't worry, we're dumb as fuck. It's okay, I know. She handed me the water, and the two other family members joined us in the kitchen.
Thanks again for the plant, and also you can totally come to the wedding with your whole family. I'll send official invitations soon. See, I told you.
Haha, thank you. I'll make sure to inform them that they're invited too.
By the way, Haru, what kind of clothes will you wear?
Haru shrugs, then squints.
What do you mean? Well, I don't really plan to have any dress code for the wedding, so I was just wondering if you'd put on a dress or if.
But Haru abruptly cuts her off without letting her finish her sentence.
And why would you, of all people, care what kind of clothes I'll wear? You're rather bold asking me that. Yeah, I know, sorry. I was just curious, but I want you to know that you can wear whatever you want. I know, and won't wait for your permission to do so.
I'm not sure I understand what they're talking about, but it's probably a personal matter, so I should mind my own business.
Boy, clothes. Boy, clothes.
There. Oh, by the way, speaking of clothes, I'll need to look into suits for me too. I'm so anxious about it, and I'm not really knowledgeable about wedding fashion.
Me neither, but let's search for our special outfits sometime together.
Oh. Alright, seems fun. And now they're now completely in their own world, joking about who will wear the wedding outfit better than the other.
At least they forgot about what I would wear myself.
I think he actually changed the topic on purpose so you wouldn't have a fight with your mother.
Probably.
She turns to me and crosses her arms.
So?
Hmm?
You aren't asking why I'm upset about this?
Would you be willing to answer me?
Probably not.
Then I guess there's no need to ask. It would be pointless. What?
Nothing.
Okay. But now that she's brought the topic up again, I'm even more curious. I'm kind of feel like she wants us
I think
to
she
ask.
wants us to ask.
Yeah. Nope.
Ah, damn it.
Oh, wait. Why did I do that? Hold on. Back. There we go.
It's obvious you want to ask.
But I don't.
How do you hope to convince me if you're not convinced yourself?
Alright. Okay. You're right.
So why aren't you asking?
Because it looks like something serious, and I thought that maybe for once I shouldn't be too persistent. It seems to be something really important to you, and maybe it's really not that easy for you to talk about. If you think I'm not trustworthy and you don't want to talk about it with me, then I shouldn't hope that you'll change your mind. I'm still confused and also worried because whatever the matter is, it seems to upset you. But yeah, I guess I'm not the person you want to talk about it with after all. I say that in a more accusatory tone than I wanted to, and pray that Haru doesn't get angry with me. But she surprisingly reaches her hand towards my face, then pinches my nose. Ow! Why?
Don't say things like that.
Uh,
It's not that I don't trust you. Let's just say that I'm not ready to open up to people yet. If I didn't trust you, you wouldn't even cross my doorstep.
True.
Say, if I revealed my secret to you, how do you think you would react?
I don't know. Is it a big secret?
I think it is. At least for me.
I can't really tell since I don't know how big it is, but I'd probably be super surprised.
As long as you're not angry, which I would totally understand.
Why would I be angry?
Because.
Got it. No more questions for now, right?
Yes.
Oh, she looks kind of sad there.
She looks very sad there.
Yeah. She looks genuinely sorry about the fact she can't bring herself to talk about it yet. Oh, don't look at me like that. It's okay. I'm not upset. She avoids my gaze and puffs her cheeks while slightly blushing.
Pouty, pouty, pouty. It's not like I'm worried or anything, idiot.
Oh my god, Tsundere moment.
Baka.
Yes, yes.
Mm. I'll tell you someday. I promise.
Take your time. I never would have thought you'd pinch my nose, though. That's a first. Were you ever that bold with me before?
That's not my fault if your nose was there.
Oh, we're in Cinderella mode. Well, yes, I have a nose, like most people. It surprises me how unlike you your answer is. It really feels like you softened. It's cute.
You scared the shit out of me.
She blushes more, and I can't help but chuckle.
You stop teasing me?
Let me think about it. How about no?
I'd prefer a yes.
But Ichigo's right. It's kind of fun to tease you.
Only fun for you. Stop it or I'll kick you out of the house right away.
The terrible Ice Queen has spoken.
Jeez.
Sorry, I'll stop. And I should probably go home now, too.
You could stay a bit more if you want.
I mean, overnight.
We
Didn't you
can
just
video
tell me
game.
is... Didn't you just tell me that you would kick me out of the house a second ago? I tease her once more before saying my goodbye and going back home. A smile on the lips. I complained about her being so secretive, but she did open up to me compared to the beginning of the year, I'll admit. June. June 12th, lunchtime.
June. Wedding! Wedding! I can't wait for the wedding! You still have time, you know. Yes, Miss Killjoy, sorry for being excited about life being fun.
You know, my brother had the same reaction. He was so excited even without knowing Haru or her family.
Your brother sounds like a cool guy. You should introduce us someday.
And you'll see him at the wedding eventually.
All right, I can't wait. You have a really bad feeling about that.
So do I. Wow.
Hey, I know how to behave myself. I'll have you know. I really hope so, because I don't want to play babysitter with you and fix your silly bloopers.
Why do I feel like this is deja vu?
We kind of already had this conversation with your mother, remember?
Right.
I swear, sometimes I feel like I'm seeing an older version of this girl over here when I look at your mother.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing? What?
A bit better than bad, I guess. She's at least a bit more mature than my own mother. I don't know what you're talking about, but it doesn't sound like a compliment. Are you, perhaps, insulting me?
Don't worry, she's actually bad-mouthing her mom.
Poor Haru's mom. She's cool. Don't talk bad about her. You might find her cool because she acts like a teenager, but trust me when I say she's a real pain in the butt. A real problem child. I hope her man will be able to babysit her properly at least.
Pew 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 pew! She's like, look out!
Man. I can't believe my mom is straight. I have a straight person in my family. Blech. Wait, I just realized that. Do you think your mother has sex with?
Ichigo! We're talking about the math teacher here.
Of course. Yes? Don't ask obvious questions, and please don't bring the topic up again while I'm eating my lunch. Thank you.
So the answer is yes. We know. We already knew that.
Oh, yeah. No. You know what? Just don't ever bring up the topic again. I wonder how old he is. I believe he's about 35 or something. Since he was just a teacher assistant when Mom was in high school, they don't have too much of an age gap. He was like 20 or 21 at the time. let's gender bend your mother as a high school boy and... No, shut your mouth.
Oh god, her weeb is coming out.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
At least Ichigo only gets inspiration from people around and uses them as fictional characters for her stories. Kind of.
If you're trying to cover for her, let me tell you that you're failing miserably. But still, don't you think the math teacher's cute? I think he looks pretty good for his age.
He's still in his 30s, not in his 80s. I think he looks average.
But in anime, men that age look so old. Even the middle schoolers look like they're in their 40s.
What, she's been watching JoJo?
Hell yeah, baby. She got the BL gaze. She definitely watched JoJo.
Yes.
What kind of anime do you watch? Do you really want to know?
No.
No.
Haha.
Whoa! One of my favorite is just... I told you. Look, Aya is cute. That guy is not. So stop with this wild imagination of yours. It'll get you nowhere.
Wait, are you comparing us to a 35-year-old man?
But we win. So does it really matter who we're compared against? Wait. Did you just cut me off casually by saying that Aya's cute? No, I didn't. You totally did.
I think I heard it too.
Well, you heard wrong. Why would I say anything like that? But you did! Whatever you're thinking, I know I'm right. Sure. Anyway, let's finish eating before the bell rings.
Oh, right. Nom, 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 nom. After that, the rest of the day slowly passes and quietly ends.
Oh, you haven't watched JoJo Tuna? I'm not completely caught up. I still have the new season to watch. But I'm rewatching it with Cryptid.
I actually just, I didn't just finish it, but I only watched Starlight Crusade, I think is what it's called.
Stardust Crusaders?
Yeah, Stardust Crusaders. That's the only part of JoJo I watched.
Oh, my favorite is Jonathan's arc. That's the good one. Well, they're all good, but that's my favorite. They all have totally different vibes, and his is just so fucking weird and funny. I love it.
Yeah, I was watching, Season 1, Episode 1. I was just like, is this really a vampire show?
Yes.
So, yeah, it was...
Season 1, Episode 1, if you can get over that, you'll be fine. The dog.
Yeah, I watched the dub. I'm proud of it, too.
English dub is not good. I think I've watched both. The dub's not terrible. It's got some really funny parts. It's got a great tone sometimes.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
I think the English version of it kind of sets the mood for the whole series.
It's not terrible. I don't hate the dub. But yeah, the first arc when they're in Britain is my least favorite arc. The dub kind of sucks then because they're all doing accents and you're like, okay, and it just is weird. Anyway, oh yeah, are you girls busy right now?
Demon
My
Slayer
part-time
dub.
job.
Okay, I thought Demon Slayer dub was pretty good.
I don't have an opinion.
I have my... That's you.
Oh, I have my part-time job. Why do you ask? We're kind of stuck with some small issue in our anime club, and I told the others that you two would probably be reliable.
Haru would, probably, but she's busy.
Yeah, it's okay. Like I said, you're reliable too.
I'm not so sure about that.
Anyway, I have to go now. See you later. Yup, take care of your way home, since there's this rumor about high school girls disappearing. Oh!
Haru freezes in her tracks and turns to Ichigo.
What do you mean?
Oh, the music stopped.
You haven't heard about it? News said that some girls vanished in the city this month on their way home after school. They don't know for sure, but they think it's some gang kidnapping them. Who knows what they're doing with them after that?
Oh, I heard about that. I believe somebody witnessed it. The news said that one girl did successfully escape, but she was traumatized because she was forced into prostitution.
Oh,
Ugh.
Jesus.
They still don't know where the gang is, though, and it seems the girl was hysterical when the investigators questioned her.
So, that's the whole story. Oh, so that's the whole story. That's scary.
Don't worry, though. The guys behind that would be rather stupid to try anything fishy again in this city, now that they had the police on their heels.
I guess you're right. But still, Haru, be careful on your way home. Um, yes. Bye.
She turns away, and I notice that she's shaking just before losing sight of her in the corridor.
Is her Yakuza dad trying to find her?
Oh, maybe that's what she's thinking.
Wasn't she kind of super pale?
I think we scared her with the news.
Oh, maybe. But like we said, nobody would be stupid enough to try anything after the police almost caught them, right?
Right. I followed her to the clubroom, lost in my thoughts, and helped them with their issues for about an hour. It was also an opportunity to meet the other members, although I already know Yuta. I'm still surprised he takes his work in the anime club serious. It doesn't really fit his princely image, and he seems kind of concerned about my presence. I don't know, but I don't care too much about it anyway. I heard the president is a shut in, and as for the vice president, he's just shy and nice upperclassman. I know I shouldn't laugh about it, but he's kind of small and looks like a shrimp compared to the other club member, Hazuki, who's a giant. I say my goodbye and step towards the school gate, somehow worried about whether Haru actually did get home safely.
I
Oh, she was waiting by the gate for us.
She want to protect us.
Oh, jeez, you scared me. What are you doing here?
I kind of got worried about the news and wanted to walk you home.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you, Haru. But you know, there's a really low probability that I'll be kidnapped here.
I know, but just in case.
If something ever did happen, I'll just kick those guys' butts.
This isn't a game, Aya.
Sorry. I just wanted to help you relax about it.
Well, it didn't help at all.
Uh, Besides, you're a girl too. You might be a target as well. So instead of worrying about me, you should be concerned about yourself. I bet they're targeting cute girls.
If that's the case, then you are an eligible target as well. It
Smooth.
wasn't meant to be a compliment, it's a warning.
Okay.
No, seriously.
Yes, yes. Anyway, it would be rather.
Oh,
I don't have time to finish my sentence when a large hand covers my mouth, preventing me from yelling as someone pulls me with great strength towards the back street we were just crossed a second ago.
Aya!
What the heck is happening? Don't tell me I'm actually being kidnapped. Is this for real? I try my best to get away from the man pulling me towards a black car and finally succeed in making a gap between his hand and my mouth. Without wasting a second, I immediately
Yeah!
bite his hand. Hell yeah. And he lets out an angry cry.
I pull out my Glock.
You little!
Let go of her this instant.
No, Haru, don't. But the man instantly throws her without any effort and she lands in the trash.
That's not where Haru belongs.
No, she don't belong in the trash. Haru! Oh, I don't like this music. Stop it. Stop it. No, stop.
It's like when we found Toshio in the alley getting his ass kicked.
Yeah, I don't like.
No, put
Huh?
it back on. Don't be a coward. Put
Oh,
it back on.
I
It's
don't
very
like it.
Amori.
I don't like it. No, no, no. Haru. Oh, that
That's
is me, isn't it? Hold
that is
on.
yeah.
Oh, wait. You're not bad either. Seems today's my lucky day.
Oh,
He grabs Haru by her hair and starts to pull her as well.
ah,
Let go! Let go! Someone help! Shut up! Panic starts to take over, and I can feel that it won't be long before I start to cry. The car is only a few feet away from us, and as I slowly abandon the idea of escaping the man's grip, a voice echoes through the back street. You want to do that one?
sure. I'd stop if I were you.
I turn to the voice's direction. Two people are standing there, dressed in black, and their faces are hidden by hoods and masks. Ooh. The voice's owner holds a baseball bat, while the other is pointing a knife in our direction.
Say, were you about to force something on those girls?
Who are you, little shit? Without any warning, the stranger takes an intimidating step forward, violently kicking the trash can around while yelling at our assailant.
One asking questions.
Surprised, my aggressor loosens his grip a little. I should take the advantage and escape while he lowers his guard, but I just freeze in place, too overwhelmed by the whole situation, and I barely have time to regain my senses when the newcomers are already on us, more menacing than ever. The man takes a step forward, but jumps back after being cut on the cheek.
You
Ow!
know
Huh?
who this do be looking like?
Toshio and Ikki?
More like Ryu, I think.
Oh, you think
Ryu
it's Ryu?
short.
Ryu did have a baseball bat.
And that's how Toshio stands.
Oh, shit. Ow! You're dead, asshole! Yep.
I don't
Yep.
think so.
Yeah, that is Toshio right there. The stranger raises his arm and shows his wrists. A tattoo depicting a legendary beast ornaments the skin. What?
You are dead, man. Trust me. That little scratch on your face is nothing compared to what the boss would do to you if he ever hears you went against orders. Your choice.
Okay, I'm sorry. Here are the girls. Please don't tell the boss. Spare my life. What?
Oh, you're lucky I'm in a good mood today, but get out of here before I change my mind.
The man throws me and Haru in the stranger's arm and flies away as fast as he appeared. Suddenly coming back to reality, snap back to... I
Oh,
start to punch the guy who has a hold of me hard. Let go!
whoa, calm down, Aya. It's okay, it's me.
The stranger takes off their disguises and I can't help but gasp in shock. Hell yeah!
Aha!
Hell yeah, we called it!
Yeah! I
Yeah!
did it! It's my boys!
Woo! Alright. Ryu? Toshio? What?
Surprise!
I want an explanation now.
Yeah, I spotted this fishy guy several days ago, and lucky us, he's a big idiot. I did some research on the gang and thought that forging their emblem might be useful. Guess I was right. Yay! You're lucky we were around.
What about the disguise?
Oh, just a coincidence. I had it in my bag. Don't worry about that.
No. That is the least convincing answer I've ever heard, but I'm not in the mood to ask anything more right now. I turn to Haru, who's still spacing out, seemingly even more shot than I am. Haru, are you alright?
I. In any case, let's get out of this back street. We'll walk you home. You'll walk them home. I don't care about her. Just don't forget the deal, Ryu. I want the sweets. I will be a vigilante for you and protect women, but I will not enjoy it. I'm only doing this so I can stab people, and you're gonna give me sweets. Yes, yes.
I look at Haru. She's really pale and trembling, and I highly doubt she would like the math teacher and her mother to see her in this state. Come on, Haru. Come with me. You should spend the night at my house.
Okay.
Oh, she's. You know what? I think at that point I get it. Why people they're like Haru's this big, strong, independent woman, and all of a sudden she's scared because some man tried to kidnap her. Honestly,
No, that's fucking real, my dude.
she's a kid too. That's the thing. She's a kid. You're not gonna know what to do in a situation like that.
I beat the shit out of everybody, and then I got a little stalker who got a little bit weird. Well, not a little bit. He was very weird, and I clammed up. So, like, I totally get it. It'd be like that.
I actually get why people are mad, and I don't think that's a
I
good
mean, it's
enough.
stupid.
I was just gonna
I
say
don't
that.
know
It's
if
like
that's
I don't
gonna be
think
the reason.
I
Maybe
don't.
there's a different reason.
Yeah, maybe there's a
I don't
different
think
one,
that's
but
enough of a reason for people to get pissy.
yeah. Ryu takes us home, and I finally start to cry as soon as I cross the doorstep.
Oh, Aya, you're with. Wait!
She hurried towards us, extremely concerned, because she knows full well that I really dislike crying in front of people, which is exactly what I'm doing right now.
Oh my god, honey, what happened?
I jump in her arms, bawling like a baby. Mom, it was scary. I thought we were gonna die. What?
Huh?
Haru takes a step forward, avoiding their gazes.
Wait, we almost got kidnapped. That guy's from the news.
I notice Mom freezing and tightening her embrace, while the air around Dad suddenly gets menacing. Oh, Daddy got mad.
Me as the mom, well, you girls aren't going to school for the rest of the week, and you're going to stay inside, and you're not going anywhere.
If it's some kind of joke, this isn't funny at all. Dad, it's the truth. Those bastards! This is the first time
Turns
I've
out
ever seen
I've
Dad
been a
this angry.
Yakuza this whole time.
Dad, the house husband is the part of the Yakuza.
Good anime. I need to watch that.
Oh,
more.
hell yeah. So
Lady,
when do we
I'm
get
so
this
glad you're
anime?
safe. Oh my god, Fujiwara anime when? Sweetie, I'm so glad you're safe.
Yes. Mom turns to Haru and beckons her to come join the hug. Haru shrugs, then finally joins us hesitantly, while Dad is still quite fulminating against our assailant. Let's just call the police and let those jerks rot in jail for the rest of their life. The guy who helped us already did that. I grasped Haru's wrist. Sorry, I thought it said waist.
Oh,
I even said wrist, too.
you did say it right.
Mom, can Haru spend the night here today?
Of course! You two should take a bath and try to think about something else.
Dad relaxes a bit and tries his best to smile at us. Yeah. I'll make something good, especially for you for dinner. Go relax until it's ready. Thanks, Dad. I let Haru go first, then finally indulge myself in the hot water after she's done. Yeah! We got some hot gamer water.
Indirect bath girl water.
And we got it for free.
Haru sat in here naked just before me.
I instantly feel my muscles relaxing and sigh in relief. Man, what a crazy day.
Tell you what I want to happen right now that I don't think will happen, but I would like it to happen because I'm very gay.
What's that?
I would like Haru to come into the bathroom and say she doesn't want to be alone and just sit next to us while we take a bath.
You know what? That's
what I want to happen.
Yeah.
I don't think that will happen, but I would like it, and I would be very happy if it did.
I totally get that, though.
Like, not even in a sexual way. I just mean, like,
Yeah.
I would like that very intimate moment.
Yeah, I really feel like they need that. Like,
I would love that.
you know what? If Haru hadn't waited for us, that would have been just us.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Yeah, see, it didn't happen.
Yeah.
I closed my eyes and stayed like that for a while until Mom knocked at the door to tell me that dinner was ready. Haru was silent the whole time, although Dad tried his best to lighten the atmosphere. After that, Haru asked for permission to leave the table, and I offered to let her sleep in my room while I take the sofa.
I'm not really comfortable with sleeping with someone else. I'll just wait and take the sofa instead when everyone else goes to sleep. In that case, just take Aya's bed and she'll sleep in Takun's bedroom. She's out with friends until tomorrow, so it's okay. Oh, he's out with friends until tomorrow, so it's okay.
How about that, Haru?
Okay, I guess. Thank you.
Want to play some video games before going to bed? I know you like them, so maybe it'll help you think about something else.
Yes. I like Ark.
Don't worry, my brother has all the DLC for it. Tycoon's shelves are filled with all sorts of games, and I pray that Haru will find one that calms her nerves, but she simply sits before the TV, spacing out. Oh man. You, don't want to play anything after all.
Yes, right. A game. Can you choose one?
Sure. What kind of game do you like?
Anything.
You don't have a preference?
I said anything.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't want to yell at you. I guess I'm still upset because of what happened earlier.
She needs to cry too, because I'm about to
Yes.
cry for her. Yeah.
Put your gamer girl head in my lap.
Okay. I can't. My head doesn't reach that far. Here, maybe, hold on, maybe I should switch my position. Can I do that real quick?
Rotate. Don't worry about it.
No, I'm doing it. I want to do it.
Oh my god, you're such a dork.
I might T-pose for a second, but hold on.
Why not just rotate your image 90 degrees?
Because then... Shit, hold on. What do you mean, rotate?
I am sitting on your face.
You know what? That's very comforting.
Let me put my gamer girl butt cheeks on your face. That will calm you down.
Yes, I need that.
Were you gonna change the order that we're sitting in, or were you gonna leave your face under my ass?
You know, originally I was going to change it, but maybe I should just leave it.
I mean, because you're not, like, we can't see your face or your movements at all. It's like just two PNGs, basically.
Don't worry about it.
Oh my god.
There.
Dork.
There, is that better?
I don't know, I can't see it yet. Oh,
Okay.
yeah, that's better.
Here, I'm going to leave this up just in case. Alright. Yeah, I figured. She clenches her jaw, then mutters under her breath. It's fine. I don't mind suffocating today.
I'm so pathetic.
No, don't think like that. Huh?
So scrawny and tiny. He just sent me flying like I was nothing.
You're talking about what happened earlier? Look, it's not...
I wasn't able to protect you.
I can clearly see anger in her gaze. Well, we're both rather small girls. No, we're small. She was... Oh, yeah, I guess we are, aren't we?
Yeah.
And he was clearly taller and stronger than us. I wonder if it would have been the same if you were a boy, too.
If I were a boy?
Oh, no, I didn't choose my words wisely once again. I think she's misunderstanding me. No, I mean, I'm not saying that because you're a girl you weren't able to protect me. Sorry, I'm not good with words. Haru snorts and looks at me with defiant eyes.
Not like it would have changed anything if I were a boy.
Exactly.
What? I'm getting a lot of trans boy vibes.
And what I'm trying to say is that it's not because of whether you're a boy or not that you weren't able to protect me. We just didn't have a chance against them because of our size and strength. In fact, how about we just stop trying to place the blame on something? It's nobody's fault besides that guy's.
Oh, I'm so lame.
You aren't. You did try to help, even though it was dangerous. Thank you for that. She raises her head to look at me and smiles faintly.
You're really not good with words, huh?
Well, yeah. Sorry for that.
You aren't good at all, but still, it comforts me.
I'm glad then, because I really thought for a moment there that I was making the situation worse.
Thank you.
Don't mention it. And also, don't hate yourself for it, okay?
Don't hate myself? Hey, Aya, do you think it actually would have been different if I were a boy?
Wait, is Haru a boy?
Trans boy. Trans boy.
Oh.
I told you I'm getting trans boy vibes.
Like I said, I didn't choose my words right. Don't think too much about it, okay?
Okay.
We should go to bed now. Today was rough, and we need some rest. Good night.
Good night. Because the mom was like, "Are you gonna wear a dress?"
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe.
Several days pass after the incident, but neither of us bring up the topic again. Yeah, I wouldn't imagine you would. We didn't even talk about it to Ichigo. I feel like it's kind of taboo, but I couldn't say why. I just know that Haru wouldn't like to talk about it again. So, here we are, eating our lunch like nothing happened.
You guys seem weird these last few days. Did something happen?
I startled, but Haru, oh my god, I startled, but Haru continues to eat unfazed.
Weird? What do you mean by that? Don't know. It's like you're like the usual, but not like the usual. I can't really put words to it. It must be your imagination then, because nothing really happened. Yeah. Maybe.
I think she's getting suspicious. Haru didn't answer like her usual self. Quick, I need to change the topic. Well, I don't know about Haru, but personally, I think it started to get hot these days. I can't really stand warm weather very well.
Like hot weather either. It's the worst.
Yes, she took the bait. I know, right? Like during winter, you can add as many layers as you want, but during summer, you can't take off all your clothes. I mean, you could. It would be a problem if you started walking around naked on the streets.
How about taking off your skin?
I'm sorry, what? Ew, gross.
Joking. Hachan, I don't know how you're still able to wear your winter uniform. We're already at the end of June. I'll change my summer one soon. Ha! With long sleeves under it. What? Why? You already know the answer. I don't like showing my skin or my body in general. And again, that's only half the answer. Oh, didn't hear me, huh?
Oh, no, I heard you. I started having a thought.
Oh?
What if Haru is a boy, but his skin is so smooth and silky, people had mistaken him for a girl all this time?
I don't know. Maybe.
Interesting.
There's definitely some gender going on.
Oh yeah, gender identity going on here.
You don't need the other half for now. Look, I know everyone has their secrets, but the fact that you're so quick to hide it from us each time we bring up the topic makes me even more curious. It's torture.
You have A secret?
Oh my god, Yuta, stop that! I swear, it's like your goal in life is to give us a heart attack.
I was expecting him to, again, apologize in a dramatic way. But instead, he just ignores Ichigo and turns his attention to Haru again. May I ask what kind of secret?
Kind of secret that isn't meant to be revealed to anyone.
Ah, yes, of course. Maybe we should talk about it in a more appropriate place? Haru squints her eyes.
Are you deaf? I said no.
I see. Too bad. I had something important to discuss with you as the class representative.
You're an annoying little bug, you know that.
I don't think that's only lending an ear to my classmates if it's needed.
You know what, Mr. Perfect Prince? You're right. Let's have a talk somewhere right now.
Alright, shall we go?
Ichigo, I'll be back soon. Don't follow us.
And they exit the room, leaving us speechless. You know what? I think that might be it.
What?
That he's been misgendered.
I don't know. I can't say either way. What
I'm
just
so
happened?
excited. I'm so confused.
More secrets. It's so frustrating. Doesn't she trust us?
I know how you feel, but I don't think she's doing that because she doesn't trust us. She's trying to protect herself, I guess.
Because even the mom refers to her as a girl. Which makes me feel like she's assigned female at birth.
Okay, yeah. I didn't think about the mom. Honestly, I'm genuinely confused about Haru's behavior and can't really answer Ichigo properly since I, too, don't know what Haru's hiding from us. And why she would be more inclined to tell it to Yuta. But Ichigo, you know, I think we just need to trust her. She said she'd tell us eventually. I don't want to doubt her. And even if she changes her mind, it's kinda none of our business. If she's hiding something from us for her own sake, then I think we just have to accept it.
Still, I'm kind of worried because it looks like a big deal.
Yeah.
What if she's dealing drugs or having an illicit relationship?
She's not. I don't think so.
What if she killed someone?
Again, I don't think... Stop imagining the worst. Jeez.
Yes, please do stop that. Whoa, you're back already? I told you I'll be back soon.
I thought it'd take longer since it seemed important.
Smart enough to not play dumb when it comes to his little tricks. What are you talking about? Whatever. I know he's a weeb.
I look in Yuta's direction and notice that he's really pale. Is he okay?
I just threatened him a little. He'll be okay soon, don't worry. You what?
Why would he do that?
He was being a bit insistent regarding our discussion. I only warned him to mind his own business if he doesn't want to regret his intrusion into my private life.
What are you, the head of a Yakuza family? I hope you aren't planning to cut his fingers or tongue.
She has Yakuza blood in her veins after all.
Okay.
Don't joke about that, it's not funny. Yeah, sorry.
I walk towards Yuta and smile at him to apologize on Haru's behalf. Don't worry about it too much, okay? Oh, that is me, huh?
Yeah.
Do you know about it?
Boobs.
No. Know about what? Nothing. If you would please excuse me, I have to help someone with English homework before class starts again. Alright. Yuta, who's normally cool-headed, seems abnormally restless since he came back to the room. I wonder what Haru told him. But I don't have time to question it any further as the bell soon rings to announce the end of lunch break. Oh my god.
Part-time job? What?
Like, just the fact that all I heard was part-time job.
God damn it. Ah, wait for me, guys. Are you going to your part-time job? Not today.
Is something the matter?
Oh, not really. I just don't have club activities today, so I was wondering if you wanted to play a bit on the way home.
Yeah, why not? It's been a while since the three of us had fun after school.
What about you, Haru? I don't have anything against it. Yay! Let's go to the arcade then.
We soon arrive at the arcade and start to play some retro games. Then Ichigo suddenly remembers that a new super mega cool rhythm game was just installed yesterday.
It's a super cute game, like super sparkly with cute outfits and all. I want to marry all the girls in it.
Wait, girls? I thought 2D idol boys were the death of you when it comes to rhythm games. But now it's idol girls?
Don't worry about that. I'm already working on a super steamy fanfiction with the male versions of the two main characters. I could show it to you when it's done if you want. Not necessary. Oh, come on. I want your opinion on it.
Well, if you need a sacrifice, I could volunteer for that, maybe.
Thanks, Aya. You are so brave. Yeah, whatever. In any case, I really wanted to show you the game. I'm pretty sure that even you, a normie, will like it. What's cool is that the story can appeal to both boys and girls, either anime fans or not. I think they did pretty well. Let's not play it after all.
What?
I changed my mind. Let's play something else this way instead.
She abruptly grabs my arm and pulls me in the other direction. Huh? Why? I instinctively turn my head around and she literally jumps on me, covering my eyes.
Ah, don't look.
What are you
Bring
doing?
it down an octave. Oh.
I pull off her hand from my face and look again in the previous direction, then open my eyes wide.
Yeah!
A guy who looks a
Boom
lot
shirt.
like Yuta
Boom
is
shirt.
playing with two other guys that I don't recognize a few meters away from us. I step toward them to get a better look and make sure I'm not seeing things. Wait, so did she, oh, she knew about it, yeah.
Yeah.
The boy had messy hair, glasses, and seemed really casual. And what's to say about his t-shirt, proudly displaying the word boobs in all caps right in the middle of his chest.
Yeah, boy.
Our eyes meet, and I can't help but recognize his face and eyes. Yuta? His smile instantly disappears, replaced suddenly by a horrified and pale complexion. Aya? No, I think you're mistaking me for someone else. Then how do you know our name? I don't think so. Plus, you just called me by my name.
You really are dumb. And to think that you were so freaked out about me revealing your secret just earlier today. And you really think people can't recognize you just because you start acting like yourself. You really are stupid.
Hey, shut the hell up. Whoa, swearing from the not-so-princely prince of the school. My eyes widen even more, and I can't help but laugh in surprise. What's that? Unbelievable. Is that really you? Don't laugh.
You really are too naive, Yutan.
Ichigo, did you tell him anything about this?
I didn't! Like I said, you are just stupid to think that Aya wouldn't see through your poor disguise. Yeah, it wouldn't take a genius to make the connection.
Wait, Ichigo, you already knew about it?
Yeah, he confessed to the club members not so long ago.
Anyway, bye, and please don't tell anyone. Okay, I won't.
You're leaving already? Come on, now that everyone's aware, let's play together.
I'd rather not. See you. And he hurriedly leaves, followed by his friends. So this is the secret he was keeping. You're kind of an evil creature, Haru, for threatening him about that.
Yes, and thanks to his stupidity, I can't blackmail him anymore. I'm pretty sure he did that on purpose. What? Well, you don't know it's because you don't see him every day in the club when he's acting like himself, but he's a cunning master strategist. I bet he did that knowing Aya won't tell anyone. So, I could still tell everyone else. You could, but the thing is that he might have shown Aya deliberately, knowing that she's a good friend of yours, and it would be damaging to your friendship if you tried to reveal his secret to someone else. That guy. I underestimated him.
Oh, that's clever.
Right? I told you, under his naive princely mask, he's someone totally different. Well, he's a real idiot sometimes, but once he connects his neurons, he can pretty much get his way all the time.
Scary and interesting.
I lowered my guard too much. Oh, come on, it's not a big deal. Let's all be friends, and unmasked Yuta is rather fun and cool, easier to talk to.
That's fun to imagine.
I know, I was so surprised when he told us, flipping between two voices. Though I'm impressed that you two aren't that shocked. Aren't you angry that he deceived you like that? No, I'm cool with it.
Sure, I'm surprised, but I'm not mad or anything. I find it fun and refreshing.
Fun and refreshing.
Are you mad at him?
I wonder. In any case, weren't we here to play some games? Ah, right, let's go.
12 days later.
Do 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 do.
Hi. Oh, hello. Not your usual polite greeting, I see. What's the point now you know the truth? True, I still need to get used to it.
Too high again, huh?
Yeah.
Hello, Yuta.
Yuta suddenly straightens his back and smiles brightly. Oh, hello. How can I help you?
I wanted to know if you could help me with this math problem when you have time.
But of course. Please, give me just a few minutes and I'll be right there with you once I'm done with Miss Kobayashi.
Thank you.
We watched her leave and Yuta sighs in a kind of relieved way. Where's your fucking dragons? Crap.
What?
There's an anime called Miss Kobayashi.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Dragon
I thought you were
maids.
talking about the other girl, and then I was like, what, does he play fucking Yu-Gi-Oh or some shit?
It's time to do-do-do-do.
Oh!
Crap. For a moment I thought I was done for. What? I don't get it. Yeah, it was Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maids. Again, don't laugh. This is already embarrassing and stressful enough without that. Why are you doing this anyway?
Because he's a coward.
You're one to talk. You're lucky I'm a nice guy or you'd be in a pinch too.
You're threatening me now? I'll have you know that I could still blackmail you with something else.
I wasn't threatening you. I just don't need or want to do that anyway. It's just a fact.
Good. You both have something to hide, so can't you just be friends and stop arguing?
Yeah, I want to be friends too.
I'm not sure I want to.
Come on, be cool. And you, stop laughing every time I talk. Seriously. I can't help it. But you didn't answer my question. Why are you doing this, Mr. Boobs? And can you not call me that? Nope, sorry. That's your nickname now. Whatever. And to answer you is just for personal reasons. But long story short, something happened in my life and now I want to know I need to be well regarded by others. I wouldn't be able to stand their gazes and opinions of me if they knew my true self. At least not now. I still need time. I need to recover and heal first. It looked more serious than I thought, and now I feel guilty. Sorry, Yuta. I shouldn't have made fun of you. He smiles at me. Nah, it's okay. I know you don't have any ill intentions. It's because of that I'm okay with showing you this side of me.
I knew it. Did you plan to show her on purpose just to get close to her?
You're being paranoid.
Tell me that I'm wrong while looking me in the eyes.
Yuta puffs his cheeks and avoids Haru's gaze. Maybe.
Ah, cute.
A pouty prince is indeed cute. Haru rolls her eyes and sighs once more.
I can't understand you. It pisses me off. You're always pissed off anyway.
Haha. Anyway, I gotta go. See you guys.
Relax, Haru. I promise he isn't a bad guy. If you say so. By the way, do you want to eat on the roof since the weather's pretty cool today?
Yeah, why not? We walk towards the stair leading to the rooftop, but Haru seems lost in her thoughts for some reason and misses a step.
Oh, we
Haru,
gotta catch her.
careful!
Ugh.
Oh, please let there be a cutscene.
Huh.
I barely had time to catch her
Oh.
before we hit the floor. Fortunately, we were only a few steps from the bottom of the stairs, and I was able to cushion her.
Oh.
Or rather, she's cushioning me. I'm on top of her, my head buried in her chest.
Ow. Oh.
Haru, are you alright? But instead of answering me normally, she just sends me flying to the side with a panicked look on her face.
No, don't touch it.
Wait, what? Don't touch what now? I look at her, confused, while Ichigo is running towards us, seriously concerned.
Oh my god, are you alright?
I guess? We look at Haru, who's wrapping her arms against her chest, looking like she's about to cry.
I can't tell if this is fake boobs or I wish I didn't have boobs. I can't tell which way it is.
I think I was right.
I don't know.
Haru, are you okay?
I'm okay. Let's go eat. Okay.
In the end, Haru didn't really talk to us again until the end of the day. It's not like she was in a bad mood, it's just she was spacing out a lot and seemed to be annoyed by an invisible enemy. Hey, Haru?
Hmm?
Are you mad at me?
No,
But you seem a bit off.
not really. Yeah, you've looked kind of upset since I have face planted into your chest.
Ichigo?
Are you perhaps ashamed of your flat boobs? Can we not talk about this? Ha, I knew it! Don't worry, flat chests are cute too!
Yeah, there's no need to be ashamed of it. Plus, I did feel something, so you weren't so flat after all. Warning, we're dumb as fuck.
Not to mention, like, it also would add on to the fact that, like, maybe she presented as, like, a boy before, and that's why Ichigo doesn't recognize?
Yeah.
I don't know!
Oh, shit. Because she was like, you recognize Ichigo, but Ichigo doesn't recognize you. We were talking about
So
that on
I'm
the
like,
rooftop.
It comes down to, is the mom super supportive?
I think the mom is
Or-
supportive. I think that's what it is.
Okay.
Haru
I
raising
won't
the
know until we
eyebrow.
continue, so.
Yeah. God, I'm super into this.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
Haru raises an eyebrow, not convinced at all.
You did?
Not really, it was flat as a pancake, but I can't say that directly to her face. A bit. See, she seems relieved when we said that. So I think is male to female.
No,
Huh?
I can't say completely either way. I'm on the edge of my seat. You're sighing so much these days. I don't want to catch your gloomy mood virus. Shoo, shoo. Don't shoo me. Yes, yes, you better smile at your mother's wedding.
Ah, the wedding. I still don't have any clothes for it.
Let's go do some window shopping then.
Wait, right now?
No, thank you. You guys go without me. No, 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 you're coming too. And I saw the math teacher going home with your mother, which means that you'll probably bump into the both of them if you go home. I'll just have to wait somewhere until he goes back to his own house. And what if you come back too early and you catch them doing naughty things in the middle of the living room? Phones do exist, you know, and can we not start on that topic again?
The living room?
What did I just say? Or the kitchen. I feel like our dear teacher might have a thing
Oh
for
my
that kind
God.
of place.
Ichigo, stop.
Ugh.
Don't know. I think he looks like he's the type to do it on conventional places. Like, you know, the bedroom.
Nah, I feel like he might actually have some risque kinks, like doing it in public places where he could easily be seen by others if he isn't cautious enough.
Oh my God. Whoa, calm down, Ichigo.
Or what if he's on another level and does it in cemeteries?
Why the heck he'd do that in a cemetery?
What do you think, Haru? Don't talk to me.
Oh no, now you're even grumpier than earlier. Yeah, we're talking about her stepdad.
And whose fault is that? Okay, I'll stop now, but still, I'm curious about... Shut your mouth.
But in any case, window shopping would actually be less fun without you.
Fine. What? Why are you giving up so easily when I ask you while you're so reluctant when I'm the one suggesting it? Because you're annoying. Aya isn't. She's annoying too. That's favoritism. It is not. Anyway, let's go. I don't have all day. Yes, yes.
We wander around town for a while without finding anything interesting when Ichigo stops and sits on a bench.
Forgot how this town has nothing to offer when it comes to shopping.
I'd say almost nothing.
It's the same. I think I saw a shop with nice dresses on this little street when I got groceries here the other day. Really? Let's go then!
We follow Haru on a smaller street and I shiver, remembering that the one where we got assaulted isn't that far from here. Haru seems to notice and suddenly stops.
Maybe we shouldn't go there after all. Huh? Why?
No, it's okay.
Alright. Okay?
I'm sorry, Ichigo. We'll tell you what happened someday. Maybe when Haru's okay with it. We enter the small shop and start to randomly search for good prices.
Wait, what kind of style do you like?
Nudity.
What do you mean? Well, don't you have any preferences about the kind of clothes you like to wear? I don't know. I'm mostly in my uniform or just in plain basic style when I'm home or getting groceries. Well, that won't do. My mom's wedding, no need to dress fancy. Oh, come on. It may be your only occasion to wear something out of your comfort zone. Out of my comfort zone?
What kind of clothes would you like to wear besides your uniform and casual clothes?
I've actually never thought about it before, so I don't really know.
Honestly, I feel like any style would suit you.
I know, right? I bet if you were a bit taller, people would scout you in the streets to become a model. Some did, actually, even though I'm small. What? I didn't know that. And you refused? Yes.
You would have earned more money more quickly than just working at my mom's shop. You would have been able to repay your mother sooner.
Probably, yes, but I'm not interested in becoming a model. They might force me to show my skin more. Maybe. I don't want to work in a field that I don't like, and I really love plants, so I'm okay with my current part-time job.
True.
Doesn't answer the question, though. Something cute, I guess? Or something that looks pure, maybe? Kind of like the innocent style. Something pure? Ooh, I know, like Mori dresses or formal cute or white angelish clothes. Oh my god, you would look so good in that kind of stuff. Let me save these pictures of you that I have right now in my mind. I forbid you to imagine anything about me. Too late! Come on, let's search for something worse than my imagination. We're going bra shopping, girls! I shouldn't have answered you.
We spend half an hour in this shop, but don't really find anything interesting. Well, I guess I'll ask Mom if it's okay to buy something online. July 18th. A month passed. Some time passed after we tried to find clothes for the wedding, and I still don't have anything to wear. We still have time though, so it's fine, I guess. But the thing that worries me the most is we haven't heard any news from Haru since then.
Oh.
We tried to contact her, even asked the math teacher if she's okay, but he doesn't know much about it either.
Worried about Haru?
Aren't you too?
I am. Let's just drop by her house on the way home.
Yeah, I was about to suggest that too. The bell rings to announce the end of lunchtime, and the math teacher starts to take attendance that makes a worried face. Hold on. The bell rings to announce the end of lunchtime, and the math teacher starts to take attendance, then makes a worried face while taking a small glance at Haru's seat. No Suzuki today either? But right when he's about to mark Haru absent, the class door opens suddenly and an unknown boy steps through it.
Oh!
Oh.
Sorry I'm late.
He's small and kind of androgynous, and his voice sounds weirdly familiar, but I don't recall having seen him before. Since when was this boy in our class? Maybe he's one of those kids you see in movies with a dramatic backstory that prevents him from regularly attending school. He's kind of cute though, but I can't help but feel like I've seen him somewhere before. Oh my god, we're dumb as fuck.
Yes.
He walks towards a blackboard and writes his name on it, then turns to us seemingly embarrassed. I open my eyes wide. The name written is...
My name is Haru Suzuki. Yes, I'm frail and small, nerdy boy who likes plants and science. My favorite season is fall, and by the looks on your face, you're reasonably confused. It's okay, I can understand, and you can address me as he. It isn't a problem, I think. I'll just need to get used to it. Nice to meet you again.
He breathes out, then looks at us expectantly, waiting for reactions. I'm too shocked to properly process what's happening right now, but one thing is for sure, I could recognize those eyes anywhere. What? The classroom falls silent. Nice to meet you. I hope we will get along well.
What? Oh my god, you're the cutest boy I've ever seen!
The teacher then gently smiles at him and beckons him to go to his seat. You're barely on time. I almost marked you absent. But I guess I'll overlook it just this once.
Yes, sorry about that. cute.
And he walks to his seat, followed by a dozen dumbfounded gazes.
Is this trans boy or trans girl being forced to go back to being a boy? It feels like it's trans boy.
I think it is trans boy.
Okay. I just want to make sure that I'm not celebrating Haru being a boy when Haru is actually being forced to be a boy and is actually a girl. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah. I want to make sure that this is a
But-
happy celebration and not like going back into the closet.
Well, I get both of them. Yeah, I do get it. But I think that Haru chose to do this.
I think so.
I'm
Okay.
fairly certain that Haru. This is probably what made people mad.
If people are mad about this, I'm gonna shove my fist down their throat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use their ass like a puppet.
You're gonna ram your hand so far up their ass.
If that's why people are just gonna fucking kill him.
I'm fairly certain. They were expecting a gay relationship when they find out that it's
Oh my
she
God.
to he.
I don't give a shit.
I know.
I'm gonna go rabid. I'm gonna go rabid if this is what people are pissed about. I'm gonna lose my fucking shit if people are pissed about this.
Oh, for sure.
Oh my God.
And he walks to his seat, followed by a dozen dumbfounded gazes. I suddenly snap back to reality, clumsily whispering
there goes
and
gravity.
stuttering, stuttering a greeting as he passes. Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
He quickly sits and people relax, soon starting to say things like cute or that surprised me in an amused way, and we're not able to fully concentrate on the class after this unexpected news. The day ends with everyone still excited about Haru, and it's now time to go home.
Nice.
I did not hear you.
Man, what a surprise.
I'm still processing right now, you know?
Why didn't you tell us earlier? I was feeling insecure about how you would react. I didn't want you to suddenly ignore me or find me disgusting because of my secret.
Were you scared we wouldn't want to be your friends anymore?
Yes. You idiot. Of course we would still be your friends. Are we avoiding you? Are we thinking you're a freak or whatever? I guess not. It's not a guess, it's a fact. Jeez. I'm Ichigo and I support my trans friends. Duh.
So does Ryu.
Right.
I bite my lip, suddenly feeling guilty. I've been having a lusty pleasure.
Oh, Lord.
But it can't be the same as Ichigo. It feels weird. I was turning gay, and now I have to be straight again.
Nope.
Haru turns his eyes suspiciously to me.
Weird? What do you mean by weird?
Words! Why can I not choose my words? I don't mean it in a bad way, I swear. You're cute and still the Haru we know. It's just, I'm really surprised, so I feel weird about it, but I'll get used to it quickly, I promise. What I want to say is that I still like you. I mean, I do like you the same way, and boner! The more I talk, the more I panic, thinking that I might unintentionally hurt him. This is all new. I don't know what I should say, or if there are things that you would take personally, even if it's not my intention to hurt you. But don't get me wrong, I really do see you the same way. It's just that I see you more as I don't know if I should change the way I act around you, or be more cautious, or... I stare at him like a deer in headlights, trying to find the right words as I picture myself digging my own grave. I'm already 6 feet under.
Hell yeah, baby.
Stupid me, stupid me. It'll only get worse if I don't stop right now. But Haru just snorts and pats me on the shoulder.
It's okay. You know, I'm totally fine with you acting like usual. I don't need special treatment or anything, so don't think too much about it, or I'll actually get concerned, alright?
Okay, sorry.
It's okay. Also, I'll try to act like usual, too. What do you mean? Why would you act differently toward Aya? definitely. Secrets again? Not really. But wait, now I understand why you were so cautious toward everyone. You didn't want your secret to be found out. No kidding, Sherlock. Hey,
So the long sleeves and the many layers of clothing? I take a better look at him. We can clearly see his Adam's apple in his arms and legs, although then definitely looks more like a boy's than a girl's.
staring at me like that is embarrassing.
Oh, sorry.
Why did you decide to change your image anyway?
Because we ran straight into his boobs.
Someone became special to me, and I thought maybe she would prefer boys. See, that's what I'm worried
Ah.
about. That is what I'm worried about.
Oh, I was looking forward to a gay relationship.
It's not that it has to be gay. I'm just concerned that Haru identifies as a girl and has decided to go back to being a boy just so that we'll, like...
Oh. But I mean, Haru decided to... Like, that was Haru's decision.
I mean, I'm non-binary. You can do whatever the fuck you want.
Someone special?
Wait, I never heard about this.
When you say special, does that mean you fell in love with her? I awkwardly stuttered out on the word love, and Haru avoids my gaze while turning a little red in the face.
Yes.
I start to feel a small, painful ache in the chest when Ichigo suddenly makes a loud outburst.
What? Curious now, is she cute? That's not really a fair question because I'm already attracted to her. Of course she is. Aww. Oh, but that means you're romantically attracted to girls? But what about boys then? Sorry to disappoint you and your weird fantasies, but no, I'm not particularly attracted to boys. Hey, it was a genuine question. Yeah, sure. It's the truth.
Now. Anyway, prepare yourself for my mom to jump on you as soon as you enter the shop.
Oh dear. Right.
Yeah, you didn't see that one coming, huh? We say goodbye to Ichigo, then leave the flower shop a few minutes later. Or enter the flower shop a few minutes later, and Mom surprisingly doesn't assault Haru like I would have expected.
Man, do you look cute like that?
Wait, did Mom know about it?
She's been going to work. You weren't surprised?
What
Well,
the fuck?
I already knew after all.
How?
Oh, Haru's mom stopped by the shop. We became friends and she was fangirling about you being the cutest boy in the whole universe.
Haru rolled his eyes in sighs.
I swear. I can't tell! I can't tell if I'm supposed to be excited or not.
Let's just
I think it's just trans boy. I think it's trans boy.
Let's just stick with that. Be positive about this. Haru decided...
I'm not upset. I just want to understand.
Well, we're
What
only...
a change, though.
We're only 3 hours and 15 minutes into this. I'm
I
sure
know.
there's a lot more in...
Yeah. Aren't you struggling a lot with it?
Mom?
No, I'm fine. Kind of. It's strangely going better than I thought. Great then. Anyway, I have a bunch of roses over there that need to have their thorns cut. Can you take care of it, Aya?
Yep, sure.
And Haru, some plants need to be watered. Alright.
We each go to perform our respective tasks, and I start to de-thorn the roses, lost in my thoughts. I wonder who the girl Haru fell in love with is. He said she's cute, right? But we've never really seen him with anyone else besides us before.
Warning, dumb as fuck.
Maybe he met her online or something?
He has an e-girlfriend.
E-girl. Weirdly, I wouldn't have thought that he could actually fall in love with anyone. It's strange that I never considered it until he mentioned it. I continued to think about it for a few minutes when a sudden pain in my fingers snapped me back to reality. Ouch. I look at my hand to see a single red drop running down my fingertip. Ugh, blood. Haru steps towards me, looking concerned.
Are you an idiot? Of course you'll get hurt handling roses without gloves.
Hey, I'm not... You can't say that for sure. I was just thinking about something.
Yes, and what if it were a more dangerous task? Go wash your finger before it gets infected.
It's okay, it's not a big injury.
Still,
Okay, jeez. Why are you getting so upset at me anyway?
are you okay, Aya?
Yeah, I just poked myself with a thorn. Nothing serious. I go to the bat to disinfect my finger, wondering why Haru got angry. Didn't realize, when I returned to the craft table, that all the remaining roses are now thornless. Haru did our job for us.
Yup.
What?
You're too careless, so I took care of it.
Oh, thanks. You didn't get hurt?
Unlike you, I know that I at least need gloves when touching thorns.
Right. I smile. Haru might have changed on the outside, but he's still the same after all.
What's with that weird grin?
Oh no, nothing. Thanks.
You already thanked me.
There's nothing wrong with thanking you twice, right? Are you sulking now? Why?
I'm not.
It looks like you are.
Whatever. Anyway, we should go back to work.
Yes. We stay to help until the store closes, and I go back home with Mom.
We are back!
Welcome back, and right in time for dinner. How's your day? You seem kind of out of it. Does it really show that much? Something happened, and I guess my brain can't keep up. Dad looks at me with a concerned expression on his face. Nothing serious? No. Why do you and Mom always think something serious happened when I'm involved?
What happens to you is something serious.
You're exaggerating.
Oh yeah? Getting lost in the mountains, almost getting crushed by a big truck, being severely injured by a cow, and that's just the start. You already almost died more than twice, you know?
What was our life before coming here?
We've lived. We've lived a life.
We got severely injured by a cow.
That's pretty easy to do if you're around cows.
Were we cow tipping?
No! It's really easy to get injured by cows. They're big.
Cow tipping?
Oh.
We almost got crushed by a big truck. What were we doing? Cow tipping?
I don't get it. Are you referencing something?
Cow tipping?
Why do you say cow tipping like that?
I don't know.
Do cows sound like harmonicas?
I'm sorry, I couldn't laugh any more than that.
I have enough fingers to count the number of times you nearly gave us a heart attack.
Well, in my defense, I was a kid. Kids always do stupid things when they're in love.
Something recent then? Not so long ago, you almost got kidnapped, and who knows what might have happened to you.
All right, I get it. Jeez. Don't forget about all the times you got called to the headmaster's office and got expelled since kindergarten. Tycoon, don't jump in. Oh, you're right. Dad.
Ugh, I'm tired just remembering it.
So don't. Let's just change the topic. Or continue about this not so serious thing. Yes. Well, it's just that one of my female friends turned out to be a guy. I should quickly get used to it though, because I feel like I'm not being respectful of him. It's Haru. You already saw him once or twice, I believe, right? Oh! He's a dude? And then I thought he was a pretty girl. Mom chuckles.
Well, it turns out that he's a really cute boy.
We continue to talk about it a bit before I suddenly feel super tired. I get to bed early, still thinking about Haru.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we think about Haru, alright.
Man, it's getting hot these days. I can't wait for the summer holidays to go to the beach with you guys. Is this a thing? Yep.
What? Since when?
Since now.
Where did I put my school swimwear for middle school?
You aren't planning to wear that kind of crap, right?
I didn't say that out loud, did I? I do.
No, you don't. Come on, let's get you a nice swimsuit.
Wait, right now?
Yes,
But I don't have money on me.
let's drop by your house first then.
Alright, let's do that.
What? You're okay with it?
Yeah, I don't really have a reason to refuse. And I kind of wanted to buy a new one anyway. I was just too lazy and never really found an opportunity to.
Yay! Go.
Huh?
Well, then see you later. No, you're going with us. Sorry. It will be more fun with you around. How so? And there's no point for me to go to a shop for girls, even more so now.
We already know that Ichigo is a mastermind along with Ryu. So we know why she's doing this.
Oh, yeah. Unfortunately for you, the only swimwear shop in town is for both genders, so you have no excuse. Ugh. Fine.
We drag Haru to my house, then to the mall, and we enter the store.
As expected, there aren't many choices. Well, at least it's still better than I thought. Oh my god, look at this one! Can we even call it a swimsuit?
It's just a string bikini.
Hell yeah. That's strings.
It's basically just strings. Do people really wear that? Is it actually legal to show up like that in public places?
I think so, but I'd say this kind of thing is more for sexy photo shoots or porn, right, Haru? Why are you even asking me that? Hurry up, I feel uncomfortable here. Aw, look at you, shy boy. Are you embarrassed? You're the one making it embarrassing. That wasn't supposed to be funny. If you're in such a hurry to leave, just help us pick something. And how am I supposed to know what to pick? I don't know. Thank you for your helpful answers, as always. You're welcome.
He turns around and starts to search on his own. Ichigo, don't tease him too much, okay?
I can't help it. Poor girl, he's still super fun to tease.
Poor thing.
Don't say that. I know you, and I bet you're dying to tease him too.
No.
Liar.
Oh, okay, maybe once, but that's all.
Yeah, sure.
Anyway, what do you think about this one?
Man, it's so plain.
Well, yeah, I'm not going to a fashion show, just the beach.
Boring. Don't you want boys to notice you?
Not really.
Oh, come on. I want to see you in a cute swimsuit.
Then buy a cute one for yourself.
Already done, thanks.
Oh.
Mhm.
She walks towards Haru and asks in a happy tone.
You done choosing?
He quickly puts his hand behind his back and stumbles over his words.
No. Why are you hiding then? Absolutely nothing. Oh, suspicious. Let me see.
She jumps on Haru, trying to grab the swimsuit he's holding.
Knock it off. Ha!
She carefully inspects it, then smiles, satisfied.
So this is the kind of swimmer you like for girls, huh? Look, Aya, what do you think about this?
They're not bad. I'll try them.
Glad that you like something a bit less plain, but I also feel jealous that you're agreeing to Haru's pick so quickly.
Sorry. I grabbed the frilly
I knew it was gonna be frilly.
the frilly pastel swimsuit that she's holding out to me and go to the changing room. I didn't know Haru liked this kind of thing. I thought for sure he would like something more classy. This one's rather childish.
He likes innocent pure.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Well, to an extent. I open the curtain slightly embarrassed and show the others how the suit looks.
Oh, not bad. What do you think, Hachan? Why are you asking me? Because you're the one who chose it, and you have strangely good taste. It's...
He blushes and avoids my gaze.
It fits you well. Why are you blushing? I'll have you know that it's the first time I've seen Aya wearing something almost resembling underwear. Of course I feel embarrassed. It's a swimsuit, not a bra and panties. Honestly, there's no
Oh my
difference.
god, thank you!
It's true, there isn't really any difference.
Finally!
You specified Aya. Does that mean you don't care about other girls?
Oh! I suddenly feel even more self-conscious after seeing his reaction and timidly hide behind the curtain. I think I'll take this one.
There are still 2 other ones to try.
No need. This one's just fine.
Okay.
I pay for the swimsuit and go back home with Ichigo and Haru. We're all in silence. Days pass and it's finally time to head to the beach. But instead of being just us 3, Yuta is here too since Ichigo invited him. He got more attached to Haru after he revealed his secret and can now claim to be his best guy friend.
Aww.
Haru was reluctant at first, but in the end, he seems to be rather happy about that too.
My plan is slowly taking shape.
Don't tell me, Ichigo. Don't do that with our friends.
Oh, I didn't tell you. I'm working on a shoujo project now, not BL related stuff.
Huh? What's the point of inviting another male then if it's not for your yaoi inspiration?
It's nothing, Aya. You're a good protagonist, as dense as you should be, but not a pure dumb idiot.
Are you insulting me now?
It was a compliment.
No, you clearly said I'm an idiot.
In a good way.
We're dumb as fuck.
Dumb as fuck.
See?
Why are you 2 so loud? I'm glad there's no one else on the bus with us. You're such a pain in the butt.
Why am I being scolded? Ichigo started it by saying I'm dense. Well, she's not entirely wrong. Yuta barely has time to finish the sentence when Haru gives him a hard elbow in the ribs. Ow, that hurts. What's your problem?
You're my problem. I'm the only one allowed to say those kinds of things to her.
Alright.
Eee.
What? Since when? Grumpy, self-centered shrimp?
Excuse me? Taking notes. It will become a bestseller in the shoujo world. I'll become the legendary shoujo master, I tell you!
Didn't she want to become a BL artist at first? You guys are all so confusing sometimes. The rest of the trip continues rather loudly until we reach our destination. Oh, that's cute. I don't think we've seen her in that one, have we?
We have.
In that outfit?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay.
Calm down, jeez. Sorry, not sorry. I wanted to try that at least once during my high school days. They always do that in anime and manga.
I will say I'm looking at the time and I'm like, oh, I probably should wrap this up.
Yeah, I was gonna say we should wrap it up after the beach scene.
Okay, okay.
Yes.
The beach!
Oh, not you 2.
Whoa, Yuta, you startled me. Haha, sorry. Though, I hope we won't see any people from school. I want to relax. Just act like your usual do in class if it bothers you. What about my clothes? Well, princes have the right to wear casual swimwear and t-shirts at the beach too, right? And my hair? Say that since you planned to go underwater, you didn't take the time to style it. And what if...
Oh, come on. If we do bump into someone from school, just tell the truth. The end.
What? No way. I'm not as brave and confident as you.
Flattering me will get you nowhere. Just confident. It's a facade. The truth is he's rather shy and insecure. It's cute. Shush you.
Yuta jumps on Haru, a sparkle in his eye. I feel you on that. It's so friggin' hard to maintain a facade. Sometimes I'm so tired of all that shit. And I'm still not used to hearing Yuta talk like that.
Why did you start masquerading as a goody two-shoes prince anyway?
For reasons. What about you?
For reasons.
Shit, it's awesome how we're so similar.
Anyway, let's find a good spot somewhere.
Can we choose a place that isn't too crowded, just in case?
Aren't you getting paranoid?
Just a little.
Alright. I think that area behind the rocks over there will do.
Nice. We put our stuff on the ground, and Yuta and Ichigo dash for the sea right away. Woohoo!
Yay! Oh, she got her bikini
Oh,
on!
shit! I watched them goof around in the water and can't help but chuckle. I knew Ichigo was full of energy, but I wouldn't have suspected Yuta to be the same.
Well, he's rather athletic and seems to enjoy the physical education classes, so...
Right, but still, it's refreshing to see this side of him.
What do you think about him?
Huh?
Besides being refreshing, what do you think about him?
He's kind of cool and handsome. He's a really nice guy, even though sometimes it surprises me when he just casually swears like shit or fuck. And his flustered, clumsy side is cute too.
Lots of compliments.
Well, I can't really find anything bad to say about him, and he doesn't really have any flaws either. If I had to choose between his prince act and his normal self, the latter would be more my type.
Your type? Is Yuta your type?
Kinda. I think it'd be simple to go out with him. He could probably be the chill, sweet boyfriend, bringing you hot chocolate in bed on a cold winter day, but being merciless to you while playing games, even if you're his girl. Yeah, must be cool to be with him. Warning, we're dumb as fuck.
Dumb as fuck. He sounds like the perfect boyfriend to you.
Yup. I look at Haru and notice that he looks upset. Something wrong? He quickly stands up and looks towards the beach hut.
I'm going to get some drinks.
Oh, I'll go too then. Let me help.
No need.
It's okay, it'll be easier to bring drinks for everyone if we both go. He sighs and I follow him to the building, but 3 tall guys suddenly prevent us from walking any further.
Ooh.
Well, hello, Missy. You're a cutie. Wanna play with us? How about no?
Aw, don't say that. Hey, she said no. Are you deaf?
Mind your own business, kid, and go back to building sandcastles over there.
Kid, I'm not.
The first man grabs my hand and starts to pull me toward him. Let go! He's way stronger than me, and probably more than Haru, too, and I start to panic.
Hey.
Remembering how Haru went flying when we were almost kidnapped, I can't help but be worried. No, Haru, don't! Then Yuta suddenly appears and seizes the man's wrist hard. Can I help you? Ow, ow, ow!
Here comes the boyfriend. Too bad.
Watch your girl, dude. Don't complain if she goes playing with other guys when you have your back turned. And they finally leave after sneering at Yuta. He looks at me, concerned, and gently rubs my hand. Are you okay? Yeah, thank you. You saved us. Yeah, I dashed here without thinking when I saw them bothering you. He turns to Haru. You okay too? We buy some drinks and go back to our parasol in silence.
Whoa, why the long faces? Is something wrong besides the fact that you got hit on by annoying dudes? And you seem rather displeased, Hachan. I am.
Hachan?
Don't call me that.
Sorry.
On that note, I'm going to build some sandcastles over there like all the other little kids, since it's apparently my role in the group.
And he turns his heels to us and sits on the ground, a bit away from our stuff.
Been a while since I've seen him in such a bad mood. What happened?
Well, I think he didn't like the other guys making fun of him, calling him kid.
Ouch.
I join Haru, followed by Yuta, then crouch beside him. Don't sulk.
I'm not sulking.
You clearly are. Hey, Haru,
What do you want?
are you angry because of me?
No.
So why are you talking to me like I did something wrong?
I'm just frustrated.
Frustrated?
Yes.
But why? He glances at Yuta. What? Is my fault after all?
Yes.
But Haru clenches his fist.
Why wouldn't I be frustrated being called little kid, even more so after Aya was gushing about how cool and handsome and the ideal boyfriend you are?
Ah, Haru, shh.
What? Isn't it the truth?
It is, but Yuta turns to me, his face a little red. Really? Yeah. Thanks. I think you're cute too. I blush too at that statement. Thank you. But wait, that's not the point here.
Jeez, go flirt somewhere other than just under my nose. Gross.
Hey, we're not flirting. Yeah,
Who's flirting with who without telling me?
nobody. Look, Hachan.
I told you not to call me that.
Well, yeah, but I like calling you that. I feel like I'm closer to you when I use that nickname. Yuta crouches down and starts to build a little pile of sand near Haru's knees. I'm sorry for interfering earlier, but I was really worried.
So was Aya. I know she knew I didn't stand a chance against them, like that other time. I know you guys look down on me because I'm small for my age.
What are you talking about? We're not looking down on you. We're just genuinely worried for you because we're friends.
Sure.
I punch him on the shoulder. Oh, come on, stop pouting already.
Ouch.
You know, if you really are if you really are that worried about your strength, I can help you with that. You can tone up with the right exercises.
I was gonna say earlier, gym arc. Gym bro arc. But then I'll look like a bodybuilder, and I don't want that either. It's another frustrating thing. I don't want to look like a girl, but I don't want to look like a beefcake either.
Nobody said you had to look super muscular either. Take me, for example. Do I look like I'm ready to go into a heavyweight boxing ring?
No.
See, I'm still on the thin side, but I'm confident enough to say that I could easily win against the guys from earlier, even if I don't look like it.
Would it even be possible for someone like me?
If you're talking about your size, I told you that it isn't related. It will work either way, as long as you're doing the right exercises. Haru puts a seashell on top of Yuta's pile of sand and mumbles.
I give it a try then.
Alright. Well, should we finish the sandcastle the two you started? Ah, you're right. I didn't even notice it.
Yay! Sandcastle!
And our beach trip ends a few hours later, with all of us building a whole sand village together. Alright,
Ooh,
we
save.
we need to save and call it quits.
Because I'm starting to cough a lot again.
Yeah. Well, thank y'all for being here. This was a lot of fun. I'm
Oh my god.
very much enjoying Haru's route.
I can't wait
It's
to
definitely
see
a
what
surprise.
happens. I cannot wait to see what happens. I can't wait to see what happens.
Like, I honestly thought we were going for the gay relationship, but no, this is what it is, and I'm very much happy with it.
I'm yes, I'm content.
I am very
As a
content with this.
non-binary person, I'm like, gender is an experience. Haru's experiencing it
Oh, for
in
sure.
very interesting and intricate ways. And I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. I'm fine with that. If anybody gives me shit, I'm gonna kill them. I don't think I'm allowed to say that on Twitch, but it's not my channel, so I can't get banned.
No, but I wouldn't like it if I did.
Hydrate, redeem.
Hydrate. Ah. Actually, I'm out of hydration.
Oh
I
my
I
god.
can I can promise you that I will hydrate after the stream. I'm just trying to find somebody to raid first. Uh we can do Roxy. Roxy's playing Canola.
I don't know what that game is.
It has something to do about using your hat, I think. I don't know. Like this one is a remake.
Okay.
Uh I was trying to find somebody who had less viewers. Maybe Ultra. Ultra's playing the same game, so yeah, let's do Ultra.
Let's get good.
So copy. Ta-da! But yeah, thank y'all for being here. Tomorrow I'll be back with some Dead by Daylight.
I'm doing a movie. What movie am I doing? Tusk.
Yeah, I
Looks
hadn't even
fucking
heard of
weird.
that until you wrote it. I was like, what the fuck is Tuss?
It looks fucking weird.
Thank y'all for
It
being
has a
here.
big
Huh?
cast. So it has a
Uh,
big like all-star cast,
ooh,
but
okay.
it's fucking strange. So
It sounds interesting. I'm looking forward to it.
yeah.
But yes, talk to y'all later. Bye bye.
Bye.
Poogie woogie.
Boogie boogie.